I'm back with another video. This is an impromptu video. I was originally going to make a video about Tati today, but then I realized that it's Halloween, so happy Halloween, everyone. Favorite day of the year. However, this video is going to be about Tati, but not directly Tati. Well, kind of directly about Tati. So if you don't know anything about what's going on with Tati, there was a lawsuit that was filed against her and her husband. I made a video pretty much talking about that. I uploaded it the day before yesterday, but there's kind of new developments with that. Kind of wanted to come on here and talk about it because a lot of people had a lot of opinions about something that I said in that video, and I agree. I completely and totally agree. And that is about Without a Crystal Ball, Katie Joy. Now, if you guys don't know who she is, for some time now, she originally made videos in defense of James Charles, and then she came out and she made videos about James Charles, and then she made videos about Tati. She was talking really nasty, messy, very, very, very messy things about Tati and Halo when Halo originally launched back in 2018. If you don't know anything about that, there's videos.
Dustin, I don't know anything about that. So that's great. Hook me up, man. If you guys don't know, I've watched Dustin for a long time. I've actually shared Dustin on this channel. He's one of the people I sourced one of his reports from. Oh man, this was a long time ago on my nightly live show. So I haven't done my nightly live show in months. So this was a bit ago. And we've got an update to yesterday's story. We've got other YouTubers weighing in. And it sounds, I haven't watched this video. I haven't watched many of the videos, so it sounds like we're going to get some additional information to help us make up our minds. So let's just start going. I want to hear what Dustin has to say. Dustin Dailey, Tati, When You Get What You Deserve. Fair use article in the description. I'm going to skip through it and react to it while I get the chat working because it's not working here.
It's literally littered across the internet that this girl has made about her, and the allegations that she's made against Tati and the things that she said about Tati. Now, I just want to say, everything that was in that video that I posted last about Tati and this whole lawsuit that's going on is exactly what I said. When somebody files a lawsuit, that is allegations. Those are not proven facts. But when you present things as facts that are not facts or cannot be proven to be a fact, that is when you get into a bunch of trouble.
Yeah, I agree. I would hope that tonight what we find... Hello, Sunshine. Oh, did I forget to turn off member-only mode? Give me time, okay? I run 2 live channels in the evening. See, I don't even have my stuff turned on yet. I'll get everything going. Let me actually just play this while I get my stream done. I open up the live chat. Okay, so let's do that.
And that is what I wanted to talk about in this video. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I apologize for my home phone ringing.
Okay, not what you say, but how you say it. Okay, I kind of agree with you there, but we'll see.
Okay. Spam filter must have got it. But basically, if you don't know, Without a Crystal Ball, I like to call her Without a Brain Cell myself, Tati has filed a lawsuit against her.
Careful. Hey, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You don't want to get sued, right? I don't either. I'm just saying, what if Katie would have said that? That'd be in the lawsuit, I think. And I'm being serious. When we read the lawsuit yesterday, things that Katie said like that were in the lawsuit. So I'm just saying, be careful.
I don't mean to laugh at her misfortune. I really, truly don't. But there's only so many times that you can do something to someone and offend them and say things that are slanderous and defamatory about a...
So tell us. I just want you to tell us. For the first time, Dustin is the type of person... If you'd come up to me now or before I watch this or anything and you say to me, do you think Dustin bases his opinions off of fact? Do you think he'll source things? Do you think he does a good job? My answer would be yes, I do think that. And that's why I shared Dustin a long time ago on my nightly show. So anyway, where's he at? He's 177 now. I think he was under 100 when we saw him last. So he's doing great. Anyway, though, one more time. Hopefully he can give us some examples. I want to actually watch the examples.
A person that's on the internet before they take legal action against you, and that's basically what has happened in this situation. I saw a Twitter account that actually posted this lawsuit, and I've read through it briefly, and I just want to say
Good, because hopefully you'll agree with me that you have had to have seen that a couple things seem like they could be defamation, but there are many things in there that seem just ridiculous.
The amount of time that went into this.
Hello, Allison. Good to see you. Hello down there in the chat. Good to see you.
I had spoken to Tati previously about this whole thing with Without a Crystal Ball and the whole Halo Beauty thing, because I did not agree with the way that Katie Joy was doing things.
Can you tell us what she did wrong? I really want... I'll make a video on what she did wrong. Can you just tell me, though?
Things on her channel and the things that she was saying and the things that she was alleging without actual facts about Tati. This girl literally like dug up her whole life. She went through her husband's life. And at no point do I think that as a drama commentary channel that is acceptable.
Well, she's not a drama commentary channel is the issue. She's more like TMZ. I'm pretty sure she's admitted that several times. Now, I get what you're saying. I do agree in respects to some of those criticisms, but I don't know what to think about this story. I'd like to know why, you know, if, let's say this, if Katie posted some stuff that Tati's husband did when he was like a teenager, like some type of police report thing. One, I don't even see how that's possible, because shouldn't it be sealed? If he's a teenager, it's sealed so that no one can get it. But also, two, I would disagree with that. I'd say, look, that's just, you know, too long ago to matter anyway. But in the same respect, though, if the the reason that I think this story is going to be funny, it's going to reveal some things. It's not just because of yesterday. It's also because, remember, this whole thing is Katie didn't source things. Katie didn't prove the things that she alleged or said about Tati in her video, according to Tati, so Tati sued her. So the people who get up and talk about this story now must also go that same route. They have to either say, if I agree with Tati or if I think Katie did something wrong, I have to show that I'm willing to actually source it or I'm being hypocritical. So I think it's going to be funny. Now, I'm not worried about Dustin. Dustin typically sources himself, so let's see what he's got.
Like, what you get with me and most of my other peers here on YouTube, we look at like surface level type of stuff, but
this is like everything. Wait a minute, did he do this video before Britt? Because this is exactly what Britt said. I wonder if he did this and then Britt did hers. Radioactive Britt, or whatever her name is. You know what I'm saying? Something's weird there, because I just watched that video on my after show. I was going through the search and I saw a few videos pop up, so we clicked through them. One of them was Radioactive Britt. We'd actually reacted to her before on the channel a few months ago, and she said that too. And I'm thinking, like, I still don't see how that's relevant when it comes to a celebrity. And I think everybody agrees Tati is a celebrity.
From what I have seen and from what I have seen other people mention about Without a Crystal Ball, she likes to go on the internet and she likes to like really dig into people's personal lives, contact people and people's families and things like that. And that's just completely unacceptable.
Yeah, but where? Please, God, can you link me to any example so I know, like, and can make the judgment myself? The majority, I think, of the people looking into this don't know this. And we can't, like, again, just let's just go on the basis of this story. I shouldn't believe anything that isn't sourced based on the lawsuit itself. It says don't believe anything she said that wasn't sourced. Okay, fine. But I also can't believe anyone who reacts to it if it's not sourced. So just tell me where it happened. Let me pull it up now on this live stream.
We are here to report news, not make news and things like that. I've said that before. And I know that Sanders Kennedy got a lot of flack for what he did, and what he did was absolutely wrong, but I feel like this is even worse than what...
How? Can you tell me how? Please. You got 12 minutes. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Come on, Dustin, hook me up.
What Sanders Kennedy did, if that makes any kind of sense at all. Like, you cannot get on the internet and accuse people of things over and over and over and over and over, and dig into their personal life and cause them emotional trauma.
You're repeating yourself. Where did this happen? Because I watched Katie's videos, the ones she did about Tati, and I saw her referencing police reports that were public, that were available, that were accessible, that were filed in open court. Now, look, we can go into criticisms on the court system and what you should look at there and what you shouldn't, and in respect to a public figure or a non-public figure all day long. And I'm willing to have that conversation at some point. Though I don't think that's really what the conversation is here. You're acting like Katie contacted Tati's friends and family, and I didn't see her do that. I'm not saying she didn't do that. Can somebody in my live chat give me a link to where Katie did that, or tell me where that happened, please? Anyone?
And things like that, and then expect them not to do anything. You know what I'm saying? And that is what is happening in this situation.
No, it's not. No, it's happening in the situation if you show it to me. Or else, why in the world can't Katie come back and sue Dustin now? This doesn't make sense. This just does not make sense. I need my live chat. Let me have you guys educate me to what's going on. Tell me what's going on really quick, and then I'll keep going, okay? I'm looking in my live chat. Hook me up, peeps. All right. Let me look at my live chat for a moment. Then we'll get back to reacting to this one. And we've got another video or two that we're going to look at before I go to my after show. So let's take a quick look. Looking good, says Motherfunk. Oh, thank you, Motherfunk. I've been exercising. I still think I have a long way to go. I'm not in shape by any means. MD says, spoiler alert, there's no evidence in his video. MD, don't do that to me. Are you serious? What is happening? What is happening to YouTubers now? How do YouTubers commentate? Dustin, I'm not being a dick, dude. Like, don't attack me now because I'm being just as real as possible, okay? Dustin, I'm willing to believe the words coming out of your mouth. But you're talking about a lawsuit that says Katie didn't source herself, so I'm going to sue her. Can you please source yourself? Or are you doing what Radioactive Brit did? And are you just going to tell me what's happening, expect me to trust you, but everything that I go and look at doesn't show me this? Like, I need to see it myself. I'm sorry. I'm not believing shit on the internet ever again. Not after this last year. Not after seeing how far people are willing to go to lie and bullshit. Not believing a thing that I see on the internet without evidence ever again. So let me just keep going through the chat really quick. What's sad is somebody uploaded the full lawsuit documents without redacting any information on Twitter. That is sad. That is very sad. And it, you know, those are the type of things. I'm not telling you to strike that. But when that happens, you should report it to Twitter so they can make up their mind. Just because a document's public doesn't mean you could put those documents on social media. You have to redact certain things. It's in the terms of service. In fact, there was just a story I was commentating on a few weeks ago where bank account information was shown on screen. And YouTube's terms of service says you can't show anybody's bank account information, even if it's redacted. And I showed in the terms of service where it said that. So yeah, I agree with you. It is sad and that shouldn't happen. Whoever uploaded it, somebody should just tell them, like, look, upload it redacted. Just upload, just, you know, do the right thing and upload it redacted. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let me see what else is going on here. Katie talked about public records and about a lawsuit. Is that hard to prove? All legal papers, says Bits. Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Bits. Every YouTuber I click talking about this does what Tati is suing Katie for, while saying that Katie is horrible for doing what Katie did. To an extent. No, I'm not saying Dustin did anything. I haven't seen his video yet, but what's sad is, oh, I read that already. Somehow I went back. And goodbye. All right. Dustin is a hypocrite. Watch his video about Rich Lux. Well, I'm not trying to... I don't want to start drama with anybody. I might cover drama, but I don't start drama, so... Nah. Nah. Jenny says she accused her husband of taking her off oxygen and having her sign over documents. She accused her husband. You're saying Katie accused Tati's husband. Okay, well, let me know where. Let's play the clip. Bit says that Dustin's on payroll. Oh, stop it. Dustin's cool. I've watched Dustin's channel. I've been subscribed to him for a really long time. You don't believe me? Look. Bam. If you go back to like 2 years from, or a year and a half ago, I don't know when it was, I was subscribed to him then on one of my nightly shows. So I don't think he's on payroll. Zag says, Angie, KJP didn't do that. Who did? Just curious. Well, what'd Angie say? I didn't even see Angie's comment. Oh, yeah. Angie just said someone did. Angie Yeah, Angie didn't say KJP did. CN says Dustin is, I'm not reading it, but he's clearly biased. He has zero legal background. Just given his opinions, which has no legal bias, it's useless. Okay, well, I respect your opinion. I also have no legal anything. I am useless when it comes to legal stuff too, but I cover things from the YouTube side, just so you know. So, making sure you know that before you come in here. Let's keep going here. I found you because I'm a member of Without a Crystal Ball, says Natalie. Well, I'm glad to have you. Thank you. Glad to have you here. Lauren says, funny how all these YouTube creators had such a problem with how Katie was reporting on Tati months ago, but never said anything until now. Yeah, and I want to give him a little bit of slack. You know, I know that the best thing that people want right now is for YouTubers to start fighting and everybody to take a side. Everybody to kind of say, like, I like that YouTuber and that YouTuber thinks this. I'm with that YouTuber. I invite you to do something different. I invite you to do what I've told my audience to do the entire time I've been on YouTube. Look at the evidence and make up your mind based off of it. Don't trust what anybody says out there, and don't be fooled by anyone. You know, don't let anybody tell you what's going on. Make sure you draw your opinion off of evidence. Now, a YouTuber should be able to take that evidence that's there and convince you, not through promises or just telling you their opinion, but then, you know, giving you logic, like backing up what they're seeing. So, you know, just keep an eye out. This story is starting to get really weird. And already I've started to see, like, a YouTuber will form an opinion, and then they'll be approached by another YouTuber who will tell them something. And then that YouTuber then will reverse their opinion, but not even give a good reason why. So there is a dynamic going on in the background, in my opinion, but I don't know what it is. So. And I'm almost to the bottom. Imagine the outrage if Katie sued certain people for discussing and showed her police report. Hypocrite, says Pippa. I didn't read that right. If Katie sued certain people for discussing and showing her police reports. Hypocrites. Oh, yeah, that's another big problem in this. A lot of the stuff that people keep saying Katie's doing are things that I know for a fact have happened to Katie. But then again, I'm not getting any type of clipping. I'm not getting any type of link so that I can actually watch Katie do the things that they say Katie did, which I'm looking for right now actively. So, and let's see here. Well, Katie's the assumptions that Katie makes about the documents she finds, at least the video I saw yesterday and the one I watched since the live stream, were her opinions after reading those documents. Yeah, you can show the documents, tell people what the documents say, and then when a YouTuber tells you how they feel about those documents and uses words like, this is how I feel, I think this, you know, that's them giving an opinion. I'm with you, but I also heard Katie do that in the videos I saw. Maybe there's a video I need to watch. We'll see. Jemima says 15 years suspended sentence seems a lot, if only for a minor criminal history. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I'm sure I'll find out as we go. Last comment. I didn't say Katie leaked. Oh, yeah, I know you didn't. I know you didn't. I defended you myself. Now, here, let's get back to it. I just want to hear what Dustin has to say. Fair use article down below. Transformative, reactionary. Here we are.
I knew Tati was working on a case with this person, about this person, for a very long time. I had a conversation with Tati, a very lengthy conversation about this. And
So, quit dropping names, dude. Give us some evidence.
do feel like Tati is right in doing what
I'm going to get in trouble.
she's doing, because the way that things have been presented against Tati were
Kitty says, I sent a link to Rachel to a video that explains the legal troubles for Tati. You should watch it. I think KJP hit a nerve and freaked them out. I don't know if Navy is in the chat. Is Navy around, guys? Or Christina or someone. But if you want to send that link to them, they can get it to me, and they can put it in the current live stream room for me. But yeah, Rachel's just asleep right now.
absolutely unacceptable. So with that said, the fact, and I've seen that this person said that they talked to their attorney and that their attorney had advised them not to delete anything or remove anything. This is the same conversations that she was having with James Charles, allegedly.
Well, hold on, Dustin. Wait. What you just said here is literally what Katie's being sued for. Trying to make people think something that can't be proven true. Now, you cannot be on Tati's side here, saying that Katie should have proven the thing she said more, but at the same time, not back up what you're saying. Where do I take that? How do I process what you just said? You're just trying to allude that Katie's lying because something about James Charles? Can you at least play the goddamn... I'm losing it. Can you play the clip for me, Dustin? That'd be nice. Because something has to happen, guys. Something has to happen on this platform. There are too many creators that are like grouping up together and they get up and do these like weak-ass videos where they don't show a damn thing but expect us to believe them and expect us to just roll with what they're giving us. And I'm willing to think Katie's just as guilty as the next person. It's not going to change whether I'm friends with her or not unless it's something like really messed up she's done. But still, the point is, can you not help us out, Dustin? I thought you'd be the one dude that would do that. Seriously. Now, I haven't watched any of Dustin's videos in a long time, just to be completely transparent. But when I used to watch him, he did really good.
I know that that's true. That...
Then in you saying it means Katie should sue you now if you agree with Tati. If you don't know it's true, but you're willing to say it, that's what Tati said Katie did.
There was a lawsuit that was going to happen if she didn't stop. And she still continued. She still...
Because... Damn. I don't know, man. I think I'm missing something. I'm either missing something or they're just bullshitting me. I don't know.
She still forged her way into this situation, and now she is receiving this back.
How is that not what you do? How is that not what you do, reporting on a million things you're not involved in, or me, or Keemstar, or anyone else? That's literally what we do. We talk about situations we're not involved in. I mean, do me a favor, live chat. I'm looking for a video. I had one person help me before this stream, so maybe we'll do that in a minute. But I'm looking for a YouTuber who gives their opinion about this situation, who actually expresses why Katie defamed Tati in a way that proves it, in a way that kind of like gives me the clip so that I can analyze it myself. That's what I want to see.
Backlash from Tati. It's not even backlash. It's rightfully given, like, I don't even know what to say. It's like...
Yeah, I don't think you do.
Rightfully so. You cannot just say...
So James should have sued Tati then. 100%. You agree James should sue Tati right now before the statute of limitations wears off, right, Dustin? Like, you're not going to say no all of a sudden because you don't want Tati to be sued, are you? Because, like, what Tati did to James Charles is 1.16 billion times worse than anything Katie Joyce said about Tati, though. I mean, that's just right on the money right there. I'm just saying.
Anything willy-nilly on the internet about people. Like, yeah, sometimes it can get messy, but... It is definitely the way that you say things versus what you say.
Wow. Do we want to go ahead and stomp on the American flag while we're at it, I guess?
You have to be...
Now, if Katie's sitting there, like, telling people something that just isn't true, not her opinion, all I want to do is see the clip, and I'll criticize Katie myself. Maybe we'll find that tonight, though. It's going to be a process getting there in the live stream.
Very careful in the things that you say. That's why I'm always like I question every single thing. Like, I may come on here and I may say, oh, well, this may have happened or this did happen, but this after the fact, this is questionable. This may or may not have happened. But I really think that Katie is going to be in for a very, very big realization that she has bitten off more than she can chew, because Tati has worked on this for so long, and the attorneys that Tati uses, they're not cheap. And the fact, I went through this whole like document.
Number one, that shouldn't even matter at all. Number two, what should matter is whether Katie did something wrong, and that's really it. It shouldn't matter if you have a good lawyer. Don't tell me having a good lawyer is going to help Tati fashion this case. Why? If she clear-cut did it, even a shitty lawyer should come in. You know, I think that I'd have to... Okay, I'm not going to say what I was about to say, but still. I sent Nate a very good video. Tati will have more lawsuits that KJP has dug up. Well, if Navy wants to drop it in current live stream, we'll get to it. We should be able to get to it.
And read over it. Everything is cited. Everything is documented. Everything.
Well, that's not true, Dustin. It's not true. If you watch my live stream from last night, I took one of Tati's claims, one of her, it was like number, I forget what number it was. And I went to Katie's video. I typed into the translation exactly what Tati said that Katie said, and I played it. And in the lawsuit, it does not match whatsoever to what Katie said. It is the most cherry-picked and chopped up thing I have ever seen put into a lawsuit. Now, I'm not saying Katie didn't defame Tati. I am not taking Katie's side or Tati's side in this. I'm telling you, this reporting from Dustin that I've heard up to now, I have to say it, is literally what he's claiming that Katie did. I just don't understand how that didn't cross his mind. I don't get it.
Is there for the court to see, you know what I'm saying? And this would not just be Tati's research. Attorneys have a due diligence that they have to prove to the court that what this person is alleging to open a lawsuit is actually true and factual. They don't just take, this person's word for it. And
what? Do you want me to send you a lawsuit, Dustin? Because I got a lawsuit that I've been covering for a while that I just stopped covering, where a guy walks into court and literally says something and gets a default judgment awarded to him because the other guy didn't show up. So no evidence, no contract, nothing. No recording that proves it. Just the fact that he's saying, I promise I owned half of that. So, dude, that's exactly what happens in court. What do you mean? The only thing that could possibly happen, they'll let that lawsuit go through unless what they see is a blatant disrespect to Katie's First Amendment right. Now, literally a blatant disrespect to Katie's First Amendment right. If they see that, they might slap it down. And even the judge might slap it down, even if that doesn't happen when it gets to the judge. But in the very least, lawsuits go through in civil court all the time where somebody just stands up and says something. Literally, that's how it works. Okay, check current live stream. I will. I will. I said I would.
Timestamps and things like that. Attorneys have to go through and they have to read. They have to put a timeline together. They have to cite this, that, and the other that proves.
Did you read? You said you read the lawsuit. Did you click any of the videos that Tati linked to? Because I have some issues with that.
What is being alleged
I'll help you out, Dustin. I'll upload a video and show it to you.
Is actually true and did take place as far as like a timeline of events. So I believe that there was a bunch of money spent. And if you know anything about like litigation and things like that, attorneys are not cheap when it comes.
What does any of this have to do with whether Katie defamed Tati and whether Tati's right or wrong in suing? The amount of money spent matters? And you did talk to Tati, didn't you? You said you talked to Tati. Weird. I wonder. I'm starting to get a little bit of a worry in the pit of my stomach here, but I won't. Unlike some people, I'm not going to jump to any conclusions yet. I'll wait.
Comes to like putting things like this together. This could very well be a situation where Tati paid upwards of hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars an hour for this case to be generated against Katie.
Well, if that's true, they need to take some of those, pieces of evidence out of that case because they're devaluing their case with a few of those pieces of evidence. I could show you. I don't need to. It's in my stream from yesterday, but
joy. And that is a scary, scary, scary thing. And I think that it should be.
I got to hear that one more time.
A situation where Tati paid upwards of hundreds, maybe.
Yeah, I think I heard him correctly.
Thousands of dollars an hour for this case to be generated against Katie Joy. And that is a scary, scary, scary.
Dustin, why would it be scary if somebody had to pay a lot of money for a case to go through, to get a case going? Katie does something wrong. It's obviously wrong. It's not like you need to, I don't know, pay for like really hardcore attorneys so that they can like, you know, get your case set up to manipulate the law in some way, right? I mean, if Katie did something wrong, it should be the easiest thing ever. It shouldn't even be complicated. Katie did it. Here it is inside this paper. Let's go get this thing done, son. Now, if the person saying this had not talked to Tati, I might be like worrying that's just his opinion, but I wonder, did you gain this information by talking to Tati? Was Tati bragging about how much money she spent on the lawsuit? Because, like, again, that's unnerving. Let me just spill it for you. If I walked into a lawyer and sat down and the lawyer said, you got a clear case of defamation here, let's go ahead and throw this at the court, I would expect it to be like, okay, here's some cash, go do it, thank you, bye-bye, high five. But if I walked in and sat down and said, hey, I want to sue her for defamation, and the lawyer said, well, it's going to take a lot of work to do that. You know, we're going to have to, like, go through every little thing she said, and we're going to have to really kind of, you know, take some of the things she said and work it in a really certain way to make it, you know, to get this thing to be won, you know, so it's going to cost some. That's the only thought process. Of course, a lawsuit's going to be a little bit expensive, but I mean, the amount of money spent, I don't think is an indicator of whether someone will win. I think it should be whether the other person is guilty or not, whether they did what they're being accused of. That's a little scary. He is right. It is scary.
Thing. And I think that it should be definitely something that the drama community, specifically commentary channels, should take heed and listen to, because the things that you say,
you got to be shitting me,
can be held against you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to be very careful and meticulous in saying things.
You weren't careful here, at least in this part.
And the word allegedly, it can only protect you so much. It's not like a blanket statement. You can't say,
what?
Well, this person did.
Why do you ever have to go there? Like, all you got to do is be honest when you're reporting anything, and you don't got shit to worry about. That's my advice to any YouTuber. Be honest. Don't lie about anybody, and you don't have to get into these messes. What are you saying to me, Dustin?
This and state it as a fact and then say allegedly. That's not how that works. It's either alleged or it's not. It may or may not have happened, or it did. You know what I'm saying?
I have no clue what you're saying, my dude.
And that's where the lines blur, and I feel like that's where Katie really bit herself. I was going to say bit herself in the foot, but like, that's not even a...
No, that would have worked perfectly. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let you say it. In my mind, I'm logging it. She bit herself in the foot, because that just goes right along with the tone of the rest of this video. So, yeah, keep it there, my dude. I'm with you. All right.
Crystal ball. Yesterday, it came out that Tommy Westbrook is suing you, and then you were doing a live stream, and I jumped in your live stream, and I gave you my support.
Why do I feel like Keemstar feels like he's bestowing a, like, magical damn blessing on her? Like, I'm gonna cast a spell of Keem support. That just sounds so bad, Keem. What are you talking about? Okay, anyway. God damn, this case is making everybody act crazy. All right. Just to catch everybody up, if I don't do a disclaimer right now, I'm going to have to bite myself in the foot later. So here's my disclaimer. I am not on Katie's side. I'm not on Tati's side. You know, I don't know Tati, but I do know Katie. I can report on a story, unlike some people out there, without letting my friendship with Katie change the way I feel about the story. I am 100% willing to admit that Katie defamed Tati if she had defamed Tati. Now, if you watched my stream yesterday, I showed you the lawsuit and I read you the evidence that's there, because they list it all in paragraphs, right? And there were a few of the paragraphs that I had major problems with, and I showed you them. I took the paragraph and read it to you. I put it on the screen, and then I went to Katie's video. I searched her transcript, and in just a few seconds played the clip that the paragraph referenced and showed you that at least in a couple of those paragraphs, the evidence is those paragraphs, by the way, to the lawsuit, and in a couple of those paragraphs, they were just completely off. Katie did not say what they allege she said in a couple of those paragraphs at least, because I haven't gone through the rest of them. So, I mean, there could be more paragraphs there where she did say exactly what the paragraph says, and there could be more where she didn't say exactly what the paragraph says. I just think having a couple of them there that doesn't add up is very worrisome, especially after hearing Dustin talk. Because after like, if I'm to take Dustin on his word, what he just told me, which I would have to if I want to believe, or if I want to take anything he said away from his video, I'm going to have to take it on his word, because that's all that was there. Promises or him alleging things and all that. And if I'm to do that, then I have to believe that there should be absolutely zero paragraphs in that lawsuit that do not equate to what was said in the live stream. There should be zero inaccurate paragraphs. They should match up perfectly if what Dustin said is true, because according to Dustin, Tati spent a butt ton of money, thousands of dollars per hour or whatever he said, on these attorneys. So, and he said that Katie should be scared because Tati spent that much money. Why should rich people be able to bully people, poorer people, smaller people in court and make them scared based off of the amount of money they spend on a lawsuit? Shouldn't a person not have to fear a lawsuit if they're not guilty? And shouldn't a person have to fear a lawsuit if they are guilty? It's just, I'm going to keep repeating that if I don't stop myself. Stop repeating that. Stop it. Okay, I won't repeat it now. These are just weird. So, okay, now Keemstar just told us he went into Katie's live stream and offered her his support, though he's about to say that he rescinded his support for Katie. The reason why he rescinded his support is because somebody lied to him, because it doesn't make sense to me. But I haven't seen the full clip. So unlike Dustin's video, I'm trying to, respect fair use, and that's why I didn't want to play more of Dustin's video. I'm going to play all of Keemstar's video because this isn't on Drama Alert. This is what he said on Twitter. I don't even think he did. So apparently she deleted many of her Tati videos. Well, we need them, MD, because I will take the top. Like you said, apparently we need to find out if that's true, and I can find out right now. I can actually go to a website that will tell me if she did. Let's see. Before I even try to guess, let's just find out. If she deleted any of her Tati videos, it was today. It was after my live stream. Want to know why? Well, let me show you. Let me show you. So, it would have, my live stream was on this day, Saturday, right here. See it? Boink, diddy, boink, boink, right here. My live stream is here. Her deleting any video happened today. So yesterday when we looked, there hadn't been anything deleted because there would be a lot of negative views there. Now, it's possible she deleted a video Friday or Saturday if that video did not get many views, okay? So I'll ask Katie. The only way to know is to ask her. I'll find out. But we do know that she deleted videos today, okay? Either way, deleting videos says nothing to help us, because the only thing we're trying to figure out is not based on how much money Tati spent, not based on how much fear tactics are being employed, not based on the rumors out there or how many other YouTubers like or hate somebody. I am, in my audience that I've talked to and heard from, we just want to know the truth. We want to know how we can get the best opinion on what's going on based on the evidence that's present. And the real way to do that is to take what's called to in the lawsuit and to look at it in her videos, to watch her videos, to hear what she said, right? Now, anyway, back to Keemstar. I want to kind of break down Keem's response because he says something a little bit funky at one point.
I left a comment and said, I'm giving you support. Today, I'm going to have to take that support back. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to retract those statements.
Well, the problem, Keem, like, if you didn't have to act like such a dick while doing it.
Can't support you, and this is why. when I gave you support, it was basically because I was sued, right? This other YouTuber, Romeo Lacrosse, he sued me because he didn't like me.
You know what you're going to learn? Let me go ahead and just give you a news flash. Here's a news flash. You're about to learn that the people who bring you the drama news on YouTube, they base all of their opinions off of the most petty and stupid things. That's what you're about to learn. So if you didn't know that before today, you're about to be educated there. But anyway.
Reporting some facts, and I thought this was a similar situation. But come to find out, allegedly, a lot of people saying that you were kind of like stalking Tati Westbrook, allegedly. And then come to...
Okay, allegedly. Well, you need to be sued by Katie now, if you agree with Tati. I don't agree with Tati. I don't agree that YouTubers should be out suing each other, other than for the most extreme things. But then again, this is literally what Tati is saying Katie did, sitting here like, well, she allegedly did this, she allegedly did that, and I'm going to sue her. At least a lot of those pieces of evidence call to where Katie said things that were either based on a lawsuit, which was where she gave her opinion after showing the lawsuit, or allegedly, stated the word allegedly. Sometimes she didn't, though. There are some cases there in the lawsuit, too. So I'm just making that apparent. Go ahead, Keem.
Find out you were threatening to sue other YouTubers because you didn't like what they were saying about you. And then I found out today that you actually sued another YouTuber.
So this is hard to break down. So who could Keem be talking about? Who has Katie Joy sued? We know, because we actually covered the story. Unlike Keem. Sorry, Keem. I'm not mad at you, dude. I'm just saying, if you're going to act all cocky and weird, I can act that way a little bit, can't I? Anyway, though, Katie only sued 2 people. One of them I'm not going to name because that person is so desperate for any YouTuber to interact with them or say their name that they wet their pampers every time a YouTuber does it. You know who it is if you're watching this channel. The other YouTuber was Sherelle's World. Now, Sherelle got a threat of a lawsuit. I don't think she got sued, right? It didn't get filed. If it got filed, I apologize. Correct me in the chat. But from what I know, Katie sent papers to Sherelle and was going to sue her, but something ended up happening. I don't know what it was. Obviously, it's not happening or we'd know about it. Now, the reason why Katie sued Sherelle, though, Keem, and I'd love to have Keemstar actually answer this, because then I think it will help everybody understand things. What Sherelle did, and I have these recordings, and I put it in a video on my channel if you actually want to see it yourself. I'm literally referencing hard evidence right now, Keem, so you can't say I'm bullshitting you. Sherelle did videos on YouTube, Instagram, and then went to Twitter and told the entire internet for, I don't know, a whole day that Katie Joy used the worst racial slurs against Sherelle live in videos and then deleted those videos. Straight up, that's what Sherelle said. I'm not throwing shade at Sherelle. I don't want an argument with Sherelle. I don't want any drama with Sherelle. Keem brought this up, not me. So the only person that you possibly could be talking about is Sherelle, unless you're talking about the other guy. Now, the other guy did exactly what you're saying. This is what's funny. He's saying that Katie stalked Tati. But the issue is, he's saying that he's not, I don't care if he supports her. Don't support her. Please don't support her. But the reason why she would have sued the other guy, if that's who you're talking about, is because a court found that he did stalk her. And I got the paper. I could give it to you, Keem. He stalked her with telephone calls. He stalked her with text messages. He stalked her on the internet. He stalked her on YouTube and Insta. These were things that a court gave a restraining order because he did this. The restraining order exists. And no, as I know there's rumors, if I could only tell you what happened, I should. But William Shatner, you suck, my dude. I'm not ever watching the original Star Trek again. I never really liked your acting anyway. But anyway, though, people are on the internet are saying that restraining order got dropped. It didn't get dropped. That restraining order was turned into an NDA. Anybody out there who will not admit that is lying to you. I have a video on my channel that proves that it was turned into an NDA. If you want to see that, you can go back to December, I think, or is it January, Keem? So the only two lawsuits you could possibly be talking about are either Sherelle. Now, you couldn't be talking about the other lawsuit because the other lawsuit was over being stalked, threatened, sexually harassed, right? Provably. So, I don't know what to say here. The question is, Twitter account? What do you mean he Twitter account? Okay, hold on. He type that again for me. Link the video here. What? Keemstar's video? You're going to have to go find it. I'm live, my dude. Anyway, though, those two lawsuits, I have to assume it's Sherelle. So my question is to Keem, what do you do if somebody accuses you of that? Isn't that one of those? Now, I get it. I know Katie threatened to sue, oh my God, dude, Augie. And I don't agree with that. I criticized her for that live. So I'm with you there. I agree with you. She shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. Anyway, she knows I feel that way. So anyway, if somebody does what Sherelle did, is it going too far to try to sue over that? I hate saying this. I don't know if people are going to get mad at me. If you argue the point back to me and you give me the reason why, sure, I'll change my mind. But as I sit right now, I think that if somebody does allege that, then personal, they are gone, or at least they're private. So her WACB account was deactivated too. Oh, okay. Well, Katie must have deactivated then. So it's possible when she said she's never sued anybody that she meant a lawsuit never materialized, but they tried to serve Sherelle and were unsuccessful according to her. Exactly, MD. Well, that's what happened. So, I mean, I can give it to him when it goes to Sherelle, but I can't give it to him when it goes on the other one. The other one, her and you-know-who, that was completely justified. If a woman's being stalked, sexually harassed, if she has to get a restraining order, then we all can just let that go. I don't think Keem's arguing that. So he must be arguing the Sherelle case. And the point is, in the Sherelle case, the very bad words were alleged to have been said by Katie towards Sherelle, right? So my point is, wouldn't anyone sue in that case? You know, I think any business would sue, especially in the climate of social media now, if a business alleged that. Anyway, though, let's see what Keem's got.
Without a...
God bless America.
Allegedly.
I hate Twitter. This is now anyone that wants to ask me why I don't use Twitter, this is why. It is the worst platform for video or for anything. Twitter, you can't shit on me because I'm verified on Periscope. I'm not verified on Twitter.
And then, come to find out, you were threatening to sue other YouTubers because you didn't like to say, you didn't like what...
She could, I guess he could be talking about Augie here, but didn't she apologize to Augie or not? I thought she did.
They were saying about you. And then I found out today that you actually sued another YouTuber because you didn't like what they said.
Well, yeah, she didn't like that this YouTube... okay, I should play the video. Why not? Sherelle's going to get mad at me. It's going to start drama, but whatever. I know I got it on my hard drive. Let me see if I can find it. Let me show Keem what he's messed up on here. I assume that, Sonny, definitely. I figured I said that yesterday. I figured her attorney wouldn't let her talk about this at all. Sherelle's World accuses Katie Joy of stuff. Let's see if this is it.
What happened to me and
all right, I'm just going to play the audio of this clip because I don't want to start any drama with Sherelle. Sherelle, I'm not trying to start drama with you, but I do think this needs to be played.
Hi. I just wanted to kind of explain to you guys.
April, just a moment. I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead, I can fight back. I don't know who you're talking to, but if you have an issue with somebody, you can block them. You click the 3 dots next to their name. So, yeah, I would, instead of fighting with someone, I would block them.
What happened to me, and what was happening to me is that Katie was buying bots. Okay, I don't even know how this process worked. I had to get a professional to explain it to me. She was buying bots to come over and mass flag my videos. She was, she hacked into my YouTube. So if you guys watch my channel, on Saturday, I went live, and and what happened was I went live, and I only had 200 people in my live. Now, usually when I do lives, immediately, I can get anywhere from 5 to like 1,700.
Now, that was one video, Keem. So that's one video. Now, that's not why she sued Sherelle. She sued Sherelle because of this video. I think this is the video. Yeah, here it is. Okay, now this isn't it. After she did this video on YouTube, by the way, she then went to Twitter and put out 20 or 30 posts telling everybody that Katie called her the worst racial slurs that exist. Many of them, by the way. She then went to Instagram and told her entire audience that. And then Katie started getting berated by people who thought that Katie did do this. But the problem is, Katie was live and didn't say any of those things, and the video existed, so it was just a complete lie. Now, this has never been undone or apologized for, and Katie took action because of it. So, the question would be, Keem, if a YouTuber would accuse you of those things on YouTube in front of an entire 300,000 people, go to Twitter and do it, go to Instagram and do it, spend an entire day spamming the entire internet trying to convince them of that, would your attorney want to take action? That's the question, Keem. Are you saying you wouldn't let your attorney take action if somebody did that? Because I guarantee you would, though.
You on mute.
Yeah, I was on the phone.
So this is where it all started that day. This is the YouTube stream. And Sherelle Perry, I'm not trying to start drama. I just think that this has to be, the record has to be corrected so that Keem gets it. Because he acted like it was some weird thing, some crazy thing that Katie would try to sue Sherelle's world. I don't think it was, if you hear what happened.
You've got a problem.
See, now that buzz came back now that she's back off mute.
You've got a problem.
Okay.
Katie Joy just called you a racial slur on Instagram.
Okay, so you've heard Sherelle make the accusation here. She then went to Insta and did a lot. I have that video too. I'm not going to play it. This is going to start enough drama as it is, Keem. And I have a video detailing the whole thing on UNIRock too. I guess I could show some of the tweets or I get, something. Let's see if I can find it. If I can't find it quick, I won't show it to you. But hell, we're just chilling. Why not? Sherelle's World accused Katie Joy. Oh, here it is. Here's my video on it. Okay. All right, let's see. Out of nowhere, while I'm making a response video, an Katie right all along. Come on, YouTube, stop. It's been so long since I've been live. I suck. I don't know. Okay. Go find some of these tweets. Here we go. Just saw them. Here we are. Katie Joy, what's wrong with society today? Millions are protesting for racism. This woman is sick. She has no brothers and sisters. People don't support your racism. Don't forget to check out Perry's channel. Racism is never okay. Katie Joy is sad. Wow, now Katie is resulting to the N-word. She called Perry the N-word and ghetto. So sad. This happened for an entire day. On Instagram, on Twitter, and then on YouTube. And then the next day, Sherelle found out that it didn't happen. Katie never said anything that even was remotely close to what you see here. This video is titled, Sherelle World Lies Accusing Katie Joy Paulson of Using N-word, also hides RO from her audience. If you want to see everything there, Keem, you can watch it. So the question, of course, one more time, Keem. If a creator with 300,000 subs tomorrow goes live on YouTube, to Insta, to Twitter, multiple videos, many accusations, all day long accusing you of, doing those things to them, when it's a complete lie, all of your audience is flipping out on you. maybe even people start writing blogs or start writing articles about how Keem's being accused of doing this. Wouldn't you do something, though? Especially when the person who did it to you never apologizes, never takes it back, never undoes the damage that was done from it. I don't know. That's the question.
Allegedly. Again, I don't know if any of this is true. This is just what I've been seeing and watching all these videos and
I should put timestamps in some of my old videos, Keon. You're right.
trying to figure everything out, right? So I can't really support you.
Yeah, I can't support you anymore either, Keem. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that agree with me there. Yeah, I think the feeling's mutual here. I think that when you go to somewhere like Drama Alert that constantly is up there demanding everybody sub to get the PS5 giveaways, the Xbox giveaways, because you're going to keep us in the loop. You do so much work on a story. I get it that it's easy to be misled on a story, but I don't care if you side one way or the other, but at least be honest with people. Maybe Dustin could too. You know, some of these people that bill themselves as people that are going to look into what really happened and find the truth, especially when I've put entire documentary-like videos up that proves what happened. Not with my words, unlike this video on Twitter. Not with my words, unlike Dustin Dailey's video. I show exactly what Sherelle said. I show everything Sherelle tweeted. I show everything that happened to lead Katie to say what she said that day. Now, I don't agree that people should throw YouTube lawsuits around or threaten them. I think it's cringy. I think it's bad. I think it's wrong. But I think in the most extreme situations that it would be not excusable, but it would be necessary. It would be one of those things where it's your only option. You should maybe think about resorting to a lawsuit. Now, is that what's going on for Tati? That's the entire reason for my last two streams. That's the question. But I'll tell you right now, bro, Drama Alert, the team at Drama Alert, how in the world does anyone look at you the same way knowing these videos are right in front of your face, but instead of you actually like looking at anything or just repeating what really happened, you're taking what trolls are telling you and you're amplifying it. So no, dude, I will also do the same. I know you don't care, Keem, just like I guarantee people don't care that you rescind your support for them. Just know the feeling's mutual, my guy.
And on top of that,
that's all.
My lawyer told me that the case that Tati has against you is a strong case.
Can someone do me a solid? Go, if one of my mods will grab me the timestamp from yesterday's stream where we look at that one claim inside of Tati's case. I just want to see that one claim because tonight we're going to look at page 30 of the KJP lawsuit from Tati. We're going to look at page 30 because I've had people tell me that it contains defamation, absolute defamation. And there's a lot of pages there, and we were live for hours yesterday, and I doubt we made it to page 30. I think we were on page 12 for a while because we looked at that clip, and then I think we got up into the 20s. So we're going to look at what people say is the worst page of the lawsuit to prove defamation tonight, so we can make up our own mind logically off of evidence on what happened, and maybe see some more reactions. Let's let Keem finish. It's only another minute, and then we'll move on.
And Tati's claiming that you lied about her. So I don't know if she has got a strong case. I don't know. It's not looking good. Also, a lot of people are saying that you're...
I'm not supporting Keem just because of the way he acted in this video. He just seems so fake here. He seems it's like he's trolling her. Like I get the vibe of a troll coming from him here. And I know you're seeing what I'm saying. This body language, it's just the way he's presented it all. You know, it kind of harkens me back to what Dustin said. You know, it's not what you say, Keem. It's the way you say it.
You're like, you were stalking Tati. Now, I don't know how true this is going to get, again, alleged. It's not what I'm saying. This is what other people are saying. Don't sue me, bro.
So you don't agree with Tati, correct? You don't, because what you did is worse than what Katie did to Tati. Just there.
But a lot of people are saying that you're stalking Tati.
How many times are you going to say that?
Like, it became to the point where, like, it was creepy. And another...
Are you going to give me any proof? Because you know everything she did was on YouTube up until today. It's still archived. You can still find it. You're going to hook me up. Can I actually do a video? Because I'll do a video proving that Katie stalked Tati. I'd love to upload a video of Katie stalking Tati, but you know, I can't do it. What do I do? Just put Keem on? You know what I'm going to do, Keem? I'm going to take your video and I'm going to put up KJP stalked Tati Westbrook, and it's just going to be your video. It's just going to be this.
Other thing, which is kind of messed up, is there's this other YouTuber, Creepshow, Shannon. I like Shannon. I think she makes great content. And someone told me that you were actually stalking her too.
Oh, God. He's trolling his ass off.
Like tweeting
He's been hit by the Katie hate squad.
out tweets about her and then waiting 2 hours and then she didn't respond, so you delete them, and this went on for months. Like, this is all alleged. I don't know if it happened. I didn't see
Yeah, I don't know if it happened either, Keem.
it with my own eyes. This is just what someone told me. So
Jemima says he paid his lawyer to look at the lawsuit. I don't think he would pay for the time it would take to verify. I don't think so either, because it's a lot. It's like 50-some pages, I think.
oh,
He's trolling right now. I think that's why he's putting on the heavy body language.
yeah, you know that support I gave you yesterday? I gotta take it back. I'm sorry. You can't have that support anymore. I'm taking it back.
Turning into a doozy of a topic, isn't it? It's getting there. Okay, so what have we learned? We've learned that Dustin Dailey doesn't know how to source anything. We've learned that Keemstar is an Omega troll that's acted like a child throughout this for God knows what happened. I don't know what happened here. And we're still not any closer to realizing whether Tati's lawsuit has any merit. So let's try to do ourselves a favor and look at what is being claimed by several people as the most damning page of the lawsuit, because that way we can get that done with and over. Then we'll decide what to do after that. If we have nothing else to do, we're going to go to the after show, and we're going to continue talking about this on the after show. Though, if we find something else to talk about here on UNIRock 2, you know we'll stay live. Let's keep it moving. Here we go. Snowdog says, weren't there tweets that tagged Sharon from the impersonation? Oh, God. You're right, Snowdog. There was an impersonation account. It was at WAOCB official. No, it was WAOCB official, but official was spelled differently. The A and the I were flipped around. And it was a troll account that was mimicking Katie, and it tagged Creepshow Art several times. So you know what I think now? And Snowdog, I need you to see if I can get one of the mods to get me that tweet in the current live stream room, because I know for a fact we have that tweet when we investigated the targeted harassment campaign against Katie Joy Paulson. Okay? So if you can help me with that, Snowdog, you would just come through with the banger. But yes, I completely remember this now. Yes, WOACB official with the I and A flipped. It was an account that looked to mimic Katie that was tagging Sharon from Creepshow Art for like months. Yes, I do remember this now. Get me that screenshot, Snowdog. Get me that screenshot while I load up the lawsuit. Let's go. All right, got the lawsuit loaded. Going to go to page 30 right now. All right. I'm fast and I'm ready. I spend the day getting my streams ready for you. So here we are. Here we're back. We've got my mod going in. I'm going to prove to Keemstar that Katie wasn't tagging Creepshow for months, that an impersonation account was, and then deleting it. Also, I just proved to Keemstar why she tried to sue Sherelle, which I guarantee you Keemstar would do it. Guarantee you Keemstar would sue someone that did that to him. People don't realize how extreme, how far people have gone to try to troll Katie Joy Paulson. Yes, when Sherelle accused Katie of doing that to her, Sherelle was trolling Katie. You can tell by the tweets and her body language and her instas and everything else. She was acting in the strangest way while she was doing it. Keemstar is trolling her here. Something's weird here. It's almost like he sat down and talked to somebody. It's almost like he talked to somebody and he understood something. It's like when he first reached out to Katie and talked to her, he was just being a normal YouTuber. and then he turned into whatever you just saw. I'm not sure why. I don't know what motivated it, but I'm going to tell you now. Something weird. Look at his fucking face, dude. He turned evil on this shit. Look at him. He turned evil on this. This is what happens when you've got a bunch of subs and it gets to your head. Like, I've got 4 or 5 million subs. I'm going to do what I want. I don't give a shit what's true, and I'm just going to put some shit out there and act like a fucking asshole. I'm going to grab that back. You didn't do anything, Katie. Somebody came to me and filled me full of some bunk-ass information, but I'm going to grab that back. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, I'm going to grab it back. All right. Page 30 of the lawsuit goes as follows. Negligent infliction of emotional distress. This is page 30. Page 30 of 34. So there are 34 pages. There were 50 paragraphs. 50 paragraphs. There's 34 pages. So I got that reversed earlier. There's so much shit out there about Keem. This is why. Okay. 98 in the lawsuit states as follows. Plaintiffs hereby incorporate by reference each and every allegation contained in the preceding paragraphs. Oh, I'm sorry. In 97 paragraphs, 1 through 97 of this complaint is, though, fully set forth herein. I thought it said 50 paragraphs. Damn, dude. Upon information and belief, defendants owed a duty to use reasonable care in their conduct with regard to the mental health and safety of plaintiffs Tati and James. It was foreseeable and probable the plaintiffs would suffer severe emotional distress from constant onslaught of defamatory statements being made by Katie, Tati, and James and their company on social media and aimed at their consumer base. Regarding the plaintiff, the negligent conduct of defendants include without limitation publishing on various public media. You know what would be so sad is if people actually support this lawsuit, if it turns out that it's just a lot of bunk bullshit. And you can test it yourself. You can go get the lawsuit. You can go in to each of the paragraphs and you can, verify it for yourself. But in their conduct with regard to, I read that, regarding the negligent conduct without limitation, publishing on platforms false statements that plaintiff James was a thief who stole from his dying mother. I know, but isn't that claimed by the sister? Shouldn't you sue the sister, or do you sue the newspaper that your sister went to? I don't understand. But anyway, engaged in fraud and was a career criminal, convicted multiple felonies with a long rap sheet. And yeah, if Katie said that and it's not true, then she could face repercussions. The negligent conduct of defendants include without limitation publishing on various media false statements. The plaintiff, Tati, is a liar, has defrauded investors, and has a history of hiding assets to defraud creditors. Hiding assets to defraud creditors. I think that saying Tati is a liar is an opinion, though. Isn't it? I'm sorry. I don't know if you can sue somebody for calling somebody a liar. That seems really extreme. Suffers severe distress, objective symptomology, including but not limited to loss of sleep, anxiety, depression, nausea, loss of appetite, fear, sense of helplessness, and despair. And as a direct proximate result of the torturous and wrongful acts of defendants as described in the complaint, plaintiffs Tati and James have suffered past and future special damages and general damages in an amount to be proven at trial. Plaintiffs hereby incorporate blah, 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 blah. Complaint. This is some more legal jargon. I'm going to skip the legal jargon as much as I can. Numerous publications, false, misleading statements directly targeting plaintiffs and their business income for the purpose of fabricating drama and controversy to increase defendants' own number of followers and from various social media platforms constitute unfair, deceptive acts or practices in trade and had continued to have the capacity to deceive a substantial portion of the public. Defendants' unfair or deceptive acts or practices affect the public interest because they had or have capacity to injure the person as described in the complaint. Yeah, that's all we got. Page 30 really only has that one statement that I think matters, but let's keep going just to be safe. All right. They manifested an intent to expose plaintiffs and have relentlessly pursued plaintiffs upon information and belief. Since May, defendants have knowingly and willfully engaged in a course of conduct directed at plaintiffs, publishing defamatory statements about them, which is seriously alarmed, annoyed, harassed, and is detriment to them, which serves no legitimate purpose. Pattern and practice of civil harassment targeting plaintiffs Tati and James in violation of RCW includes, but is not limited to, the following: falsely accusing plaintiffs James of having a long history of crimes, career criminal and scammer, theft, fraud, multiple felonies. We've already read that part. Oh, and intentionally killing his mother. Whoa! They didn't even put that in the paragraphs, did they? Snake, con artist, selling snake oil, intentionally and knowingly selling products harmful to the public, having a company that is stealing property from other companies and manipulating its customers, being a demon, and lying. Now, some of that was taken from Twitter, and I don't know how you're going to get the demon part. I don't know how you're going to get the snake part. I don't know how you're going to get any of that when it was in response to somebody else, and it doesn't seem like that. If you're in a conversation and you tell somebody it's how you feel about somebody else, that's First Amendment. You can't, you know, even if the person's wrong, if their opinion about you is wrong, then you get me, you should maybe like reach out to them and talk to them or something. I don't know. But I know that Tati couldn't do that to Katie with Katie's reporting against her company. So anyway, let's keep going. Okay, emotional distress, more of that. Okay, so it's stating the same thing again. Preliminary, conclusion, proceedings, permanent injunction, and anyone acting in concert with them or at their discretion or direction, prohibiting defendants from making and or publishing, whether directly or indirectly, statements about plaintiffs Tati and James that the court determines are false. Whereover, plaintiffs pray for the judgment as followed. So then they pray for a relief to have this proven at trial, recovery of attorney fee, preliminary and permanent injunctive relief, pre- and post-judgment interest in the amount of 12%, treble damages pursuant to RCW 19.86.090, and for such other and further relief. And then it's signed. So the page 30 on really says what I would say from skimming through it, that the worst thing against Katie are... I just had it. Let me find it. Wait, is this page 30? It is. What they... Okay. Calling him a thief, saying that he stole from his mother, saying that he engaged in fraud, and saying that he was a career criminal convicted of multiple felonies with a long record. And the thing about having a history of hiding assets and outright bullying ways in a complaint. There's something about... I'm trying to find the thing about the dying mother, but I don't see it. Maybe it was on the next page. Yeah, I don't see it. Anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and sum that up. And I do have another video, so let's see about it. All right, so what we need to do is talk to Nate the lawyer. That's what we need to do for this case. And I don't know if Nate is willing to cover this on his channel, so maybe I can get Nate to come on with me, because he really is good at breaking this stuff down from a legal perspective, and I don't know anything about that shit. So I've been always vocal about that. Though... whatever Katie said when it comes to something about the dying mother, as in stealing property, and the mother, what is it again? Pulling the plug, I guess? Do I say it like that? I mean, I don't want to lead the statement. What I would like is to hear that, to know where that came from, because if Katie said that in a negative way or in a bad way, in a way that isn't protected by the First Amendment, right? She could be screwed there. Yeah, she could be. Now it depends on if she said that came from a lawsuit, or if it came from the sister, or if it came from somewhere else. Like, I'm not sure how that works. Nate would have to tell us that. So I guess we've deduced, you know, going through the lawsuit, we've weeded out some of the claims. What I can say is what's posted on Twitter, I don't even see, I think Nate will back me up. Katie typing things on Twitter to people and going through like tweet conversations where she says someone's a snake or someone lied. I'm not even going to entertain that to make up my mind. But when it comes to what she said involving the mother, stealing property, theft, yeah, I'm with you to say that can be defamation. And so I guess it would matter to see the videos where that happened. Now, I have a video clip coming in that might shed some light on this, and I'm trying to find out if that's this video clip. We might be able to hear it tonight and make up our minds now, so. Listing of accounts at that time of the Shane Dawson drama. All right, let me pull this up. Yeah, there it is. You found it. You guys are so good. All right. Now, Keemstar said that Katie was stalking Shannon. Now, I don't know if Katie ever tweeted Shannon. I never saw her tweet Shannon at all. She might have, but maybe I know. Maybe I saw it and I don't remember. Don't sue me. But I will tell you this. When it comes to Katie tweeting with Shannon, this is the account that tweeted Shannon over and over and over again. This is from our folder that is from the targeted harassment campaign of Katie Joy Paulson era where we were doing that video. We came across this Twitter account, Keemstar, and this Twitter account is made to look like Katie, other than the fact that when it was live, it didn't have as many following or as many followers as Katie did. It was made to look like Katie, and if you look, the word official is misspelled. Or no, maybe this is the right one. Hold on. I grabbed the wrong one. I got the wrong screenshot, I mean. Here we go. Here we go. So here's the misspellings of this, right? WOACBOFFICIAL. WOACBOFFICIAL. And WOACBOF. Okay, that's not it. You got me the wrong one, Snow. Hold on. I have a screen. I just saw the damn thing. Or before I should have took mother off. Oh, no, I got it. Okay, here we go. We've got the statement that they're using in page 30 of the lawsuit. Give me a moment. And we've got other stuff. What do you mean it just doesn't have XML information? I guess Snow Dog is, what's this? This @ sign is the same though, I think. Am I not seeing it? Am I not reading it correctly? Oh, god damn it. Sorry, Snow Dog. The A and the O is flipped. You got to look close. Take a look really close. I was right the first time. It was the A and the O. So this account, WAOCB official, WOACB official. See how it's different? This is not the same Twitter account. Now, why am I showing you this? Remember, one more time. WOACB official, WAOCB official. Thank you, MD. I finally got it. One thing, this is just for Keemstar. I will attest and I will show screenshots of the account that misspelled Katie's name, tagging Creepshow Art over a period of months to try and start drama between Katie and Creepshow. The intent is so that Creepshow will look at her notifications and not click on the account to see how many followers it has or whatever, and look and say, hey, why did this person tag me and say this nasty stuff to me? And it causes Katie and another YouTuber to start fighting. This happens all the time with accounts that mimic Katie and then try to go out and tag other people and start drama. It was happening to her for a good 5 or 6 months. I don't remember if I included this part in my documentary, The Targeted Harassment Campaign Against Katie Joy Paulson, but it's on this channel. And I am never once said that Katie doesn't mess up, doesn't say controversial things, but you do too, Keemstar. You say controversial things. You treat people like crap all the time, and I still support you. I'm not supporting you right now, of course. I told you, you withdrew your support for Katie. I'm going to withdraw my support for you now. But up until today, I've supported Keemstar from the iDubbbz days all the way to now. Back when iDubbbz did his Keemstar content cop, I've supported Keemstar up to now and watched his show. Today, I'm going to not support him anymore. Though, you do see what happened here, right? I don't know if Katie, the real Katie, ever tagged Creepshow. I don't know if she did. But I do know that this account did and said a bunch of really nasty stuff to Creepshow. And I offer that Creepshow go back and actually look at Katie's archived tweets on the days that she thinks Katie said nasty stuff to her and see what Katie really said, because this is what will happen sometimes. It may not be happening in this situation, but when you do have targeted harassment campaigns against a person, and yeah, I know there's a targeted harassment campaign against Creepshow. There's been one of those in the past. There's been one against Katie. There have been many against Keemstar. There's been many against me. The point is, when you have those happening, other YouTubers will draw opinions thinking that they're drawing opinions about the real person. They'll carry those opinions forward, and they'll let themselves get biased going forward, and it's why in every situation you can't allow yourself to get biased by these things. This has nothing to do with whether you should support Katie when being sued for her content on YouTube or in supporting Tati for suing Katie. We should only be supporting Katie and or Tati based on the details of free speech, what was said, and the laws that protect them. So if Katie did step on Tati's rights, we must support Tati. If Tati stepped on Katie's rights, then we must support Katie. We cannot be so fickle as to continue on and allow or support for things that whichever side is wrong, we shouldn't be so fickle that our biases and the way we feel about these things happening and these petty dramas, these stupid things that happen online, the opinions we give on stories, and people getting angry with us because they don't like those opinions. And we shouldn't let that affect what could be a potentially serious thing with serious repercussions for every YouTuber if we really do like doing content here and doing what we're doing as YouTubers. So, getting back to the topic at hand, though, the actual lawsuit. Getting back to the topic at hand. I got to make sure with my mods. Did Katie use @KatieJoyYT at one time? Did Katie use that? Was that her old @ at one time? Let me know, please. Let me check my chat while I wait. I need my mods in the current live stream room to make sure that the tweet, I'm going to actually type it. So this tweet, mods, can we confirm this is Katie's @ at this time, please, really fast, so that I can show this to the audience. I want to just give me a moment to have that confirmed. My mods have tracked this whole thing. They're really good at what they do. Let me get their opinion, and I'm going to look at my chat while I wait on them. Okay. All right. OA versus AO. Thank you, Snowdog. I said that about 30 minutes ago, but I know there was another fake Katie account that switched around the word official, and I know there was an original one that switched around the A and the O. Either way, this shouldn't even be a factor. Keemstar, it shouldn't even be a factor in this lawsuit. It's so petty. Another thing that I think, you know the reason I think Keem was being so trolly in that video? Let me show you. Can I get in the current live stream room the H3H3 picture, please? It might be in general. Can I get that from a mod? H3H3 followed Katie Joy Paulson and interacted with her over this lawsuit. Ethan Klein from H3H3. Now, if you don't know, Ethan did a series of videos on Keem on his main channel. I really like... don't tell me that Keem dressed up as Keemstar 2 days ago. You got to be shitting me. He did. Keem dressed up as Keemstar for Halloween. H3H3 Halloween special. He's wearing a Keemstar. He's wearing a Keemstar outfit. God. H3, dude, you are funnier than hell, bro. My heavens. You're just still trying to take jabs at Keem, bro. If you didn't know, this right here, this is a reason why Keemstar hates H3 Productions. And yes, I think that one of the reasons Keem flip-flopped on Katie, because he did, he didn't have any good, if he had a good reason, I wouldn't say he flip-flopped. I think he flip-flopped over these stupid reasons because he saw that H3 reached out to Katie and started supporting Katie in her lawsuit. Anyway. From my memory, she used Katie Joy YT for a short period, but I only know that from memory. She had 2 accounts. One was for posting links for videos, and the official was for a commentary. And, I mean, they didn't troll her like that. They were more obvious. Okay, well, allegedly, I'll say. I don't know what to say. This tweet is supposedly the tweet that the court record that I read from, because I'm not going to show it on my screen for privacy purposes. This tweet, this is a deleted tweet from Katie that allegedly, until we get further confirmation, shows where they pulled the data for page 30 of the lawsuit, what has been said is the most damning part of the lawsuit. And I'm just reporting everything to you right now, just so you know. It says, the full court record shows that he took his mother off oxygen, had her sign away the property, a property she never intended him to have. And then he also got his mom to sign off mortgages totaling over $900,000 when she was not mentally capable to make those choices. Now, this is the problem that I have. How is this defamation? I'm not defending Katie even blindly. I'm willing to say that Katie defamed Tati, though every time I take what is said in the court record and then I go find the real thing that they reference, they cut out the part that says the full court records show. And they just put in, he took his mother off oxygen. They put everything else in and they cut off the most important part because free speech allows for Katie, if she has a court record that shows that he did this, whether or not we want to criticize Katie and say that she dug deep into Tati's life by reporting from this public court record or not. And I'm willing to have that conversation and even come to the determination that Katie did something wrong if the logic is argued there. My point, though, now, before I would go that deep into a conversation is, why not put the full court records show that he took his mother off oxygen in the lawsuit? If you're like Keemstar and you don't read the lawsuit, or if you're like Dustin and you skim the lawsuit or whatever Dustin said he did, you may think that Katie just said, here's what the lawsuit says here. Page 30. Hold on. Let me get music going because I want to make sure I read the right thing here. Okay. It says this, upon information and belief regarding plaintiff James, the negligent conduct of defendants includes without limitation, comma, publishing on various public mediums false statements that the plaintiff James was a thief that stole from his dying mother, engaged in fraud, and was a career criminal convicted of multiple felonies with a long rap sheet. Let me find the next statement. On the next page. Falsely accusing James of having a long history of crime, being a career criminal and scammer, thief, fraud, multiple felonies, stealing money from his dying mother, having a long rap sheet, being a career con artist, and being a demon, and intentionally killing his mother. Now, when you go and look at where they pulled the data from the lawsuit, and then you find where it was stated, either on Twitter or YouTube, you read things like this when you don't cherry pick what you read in the lawsuit. The full court record shows he took his mother off of oxygen, had her sign away the property, a property she never intended him to have, and then He also got his mom to sign off on mortgages totaling over $900K while she was mentally capable not to make those choices. So my point is this. When the judge or when the court itself goes to investigate each piece of this lawsuit, when the court gets to this specific part and reads this tweet and notices that in the lawsuit it states Katie said these certain things, but in the lawsuit it removes this. It never mentions Katie stating where she got the info from, that the records show it. My point is, I'm trying my best to get this out, okay? I feel that Tati might have a problem when they see that Katie did not just claim it as fact, because in order to claim it as fact, she has to tell you this is an absolute fact. She could even say this is a fact from the lawsuit and it not be defamation, right? Why? Because defamation means she intentionally knew that she was lying and said it anyway, and then it damaged them. Well, Katie stating that this came from a lawsuit means Tati would need to sue the lawsuit, would need to sue the originator of the information. Katie repeating the information, as long as she makes a call to where it came from, I don't know how they're going to get her for defamation. That's my ultimate point. It's hard to get this all out for you live. Cut me a little bit of slack. This is why I'm 50-50. I'm not for Tati. I'm not for Katie yet. I don't know where to go. I don't know. I'd like for someone that has a legal background to tell me why in the lawsuit they wouldn't include the most important sentence, unless maybe these lawyers are really good at this and they know that unless they take that first sentence out, it's not defamation. So in order to make the lawsuit look really good publicly, then they could cut off the first sentence, start the quote at James had her sign away the property, a property, blah, 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 right? You see where I'm going with this? Now, why would the lawsuit state this? A family member of his must have shown up in court and stated it if a lawsuit has it stated in it. See what I'm saying? And to go a step further, Katie has claimed that the information came from his estranged sister. And no, I don't believe any of this about James Westbrook yet. I don't even have a reason to believe it about James Westbrook. I don't have an ill thought in my head about James or Tati. Problem is, I also don't have that ill thought about Katie yet. Now, I'm willing to have an ill thought about Katie, and I'm willing to have an ill thought about James and Tati. Once I see evidence that leads me to it, we're working on that right now. Just making points and showing you what I got until I get there. All right, we've got other things. We've got something Katie did say about Creepshow. So we'll get that out to you in just a second. See what else we got. And mods, keep it coming. Keep it coming. We got another deleted tweet. We've got all right. Emily D. Baker is a lawsuit breakdown, a video that people want me to take a quick look at. We're going to take a look at it. And, okay, we've got it all. We're good. Let's start with the video. Then we'll move into what Katie said about Creepshow. Let me get it ordered here. We'll get something Katie said about Tati that's no longer on Twitter. And I can go ahead and close the tweet that I just read to you. Here we go. Here we go. This is Emily D. Baker, lawyer. Oh, she's a lawyer. Good. We need to hear a lawyer's opinion on this. And if you like what you're about to see, fair use article down below allowing me to play for transformative and criticism educational purposes. Though, if you like the video that you see, please subscribe to Emily D. Baker. Let's hear Emily's opinion as a lawyer looking at this stuff.
Legal tea coming in hot. The Tati Westbrook lawsuit gives us a lot to talk.
That's how I say it. I say Tati.
Talk about. I have the entire filing document, the entire complaint that was filed in Santa Monica, California, and we are going to go through it page by page and break down what it is, what it says, what it means, what can happen from here, and what this type of a legal process even looks like anyway. And we're going to spill some tea. There's tea in this. It was filed, I think, with that intent that we would be talking about it. So there's definitely some stuff in there that maybe doesn't need to be there, but is dishy. If you are new here, I'm Emily D. Baker. I'm the badass lawyer, legal commentator, host of the popular Get Legit Law and Shit podcast.
I like that. She said she's a badass lawyer. I like that.
I break down the legal topics, the legal shit that you want to talk about in regard to the stories that we are all talking
She's sassy. I like sassy.
about. And I pull back the legal so that you can understand what is going on. And that is from everything from politics, the election, what's going on with the Senate, to things like Kanye West's music industry contracts, to things like this lawsuit with Tati Westbrook. And I got to be honest, legal tea is just kind of fun. It's not going to be fun for the parties involved. It's more fun for us to talk about because it's less consequential to our lives. This is very consequential to the lives of those involved. I'm also a big fan of the cursey words, so headphones are advised. I am going to try, because I know that Tati has a younger audience, I am going to try to rein in the cursey words on this, but it does happen. I even have, I never film with a candle, but this is my afternoon tea.
Why is everybody using candles? I need to have a candle. Everyone I watch has a candle. This is about the lawsuit against Tati, says MD. I got that impression very quickly, yeah. That's okay. I want to hear what she says.
Plaintiff, in this case, the person filing the suit, has made demands. Their demands have been ignored. So this is kind of like the nuclear option where they're just like, we're bombing it. We're just going to blow it up. Like the relationship's already gone south with this business partner. So we're throwing bombs. And that's exactly what this lawsuit does. For those.
Now, again, this is about the original lawsuit, not the one that's filed against Katie, okay?
Those of you who are like, WTF, who is Tati Westbrook? Tati Westbrook at Glen on tour in Australia, and like he was supposed to have a tour in the US.
I don't like that she's showing the lawsuit on the screen. I don't like that at all. You can get privacy strikes and stuff for that. I'm not even going to do that. But let me hear what she says in between showing the lawsuit. And I'm going to watch this video tonight after I finish my stream. I might even watch it on the after show, but I doubt it. But I might. Let's see what she says here.
Legal obligation to another individual or entity. So if you are the owner of a company in the US, corporations have corporate personhood. So they're their.
Okay, this is Emily D. Baker. I really think that I don't know, but I think she'll give a great breakdown on the original lawsuit from a few days ago everybody was talking about. But anyway, we've got this tweet. It's been deleted off of Twitter. This is from the correct account. If you're going to source from Twitter, and your name is Keemstar especially, but if Keem, I'm just fucking with you, dude. I would make sure to check this, okay? Because there are so many different accounts that like to take whatever picture she has and download it and go crazy. It says, Patty filed a lawsuit against me for reporting on public facts about her husband, and this tweet was deleted. But the next tweet I find pretty interesting. It looks like this is from, she lists out some personal stuff that KJP repeated. Okay. Oh, so wait a minute. Kitty, are you telling me that some of the stuff that they're mad at Katie for saying also is proven to be in that lawsuit by that video? So that's like kind of saying, are you saying, now you tell me, because I'm going to watch it tonight after the show. I don't have time now, obviously. Are you telling me that if I watch that video, I might understand why Katie said some of the things that she said in her reporting? That's how I just took what you told me. Let me know. So this is from Shannon. I guess this is a tweet from Katie. WOACBALL. Okay, this is a real tweet from Katie to Shannon. So maybe we can understand why they're going at each other a little bit. Shannon says, okay, but for real, is anyone actually afraid of me? Like 1v1, is anyone for real scared to talk to me or feels like I get off on hurting people? That's for real concerning. I genuinely hope that's not my vibe. All I know is this, Shannon. You are very confrontational, and you like to be a little trolly on Twitter. Because you've done it towards me. You know you did. Unless you forgot who I was, and I'm perfectly fine if you did. But no, you are very confrontational and rude sometimes. I'm not going to damn you for it or hate you for it. I'm that way too sometimes on Twitter. I don't use it anymore, though. When I used to, very, very... not often, maybe, but in real life, definitely. And when I give my thoughts, I mean. So, yeah, you can be very confrontational and very rude. And you just take things that some people tell you and you'll just run with it like the wind. You don't give a shit what other people have to say when you're mad. Like most people, not an insult. Anyway, Katie said, Creepshow art is nasty and mean to creators and gets off humiliating them on her channel and then cries that YouTube demonetized her and wonders why people don't like her. Okay, stop being a bully. And I'm fine with Katie saying this. I'm fine with Shannon saying what she said. And honestly, I don't think it's bad. Shannon, if I go listen to some of Shannon's videos, Shannon says things way worse than this about other people. This is Katie's opinion about Shannon. So if I read this tweet, now I know how Katie feels about Shannon, and I already know that Shannon doesn't like Katie. Yes, I watched the whole video. In the law circuit, Clark mentions things that KJP repeated. Kitty, so tell me this. Do you remember that video mentioning the things Katie said about Mr. Westbrook? Right? You know, on page 30, it says that Mr. Westbrook took his mother off of life support. It also said that Mr. Westbrook tried to take the house and stuff. Now, remember that stuff? Do you, and I'm just asking if you remember, and I'll fact check it later tonight, and I'll update it in a future live stream, but do you remember if, when that lawyer's breaking down that video, that the lawsuit stated any of the things that Katie said on her channel? That's the thing I'm wondering. I already showed the fake WOACB ones. I don't have their tweets right now. I'll have to dig for some more of them, but I've shown you them, so we have some of it. I'll have to look. I'm live right now. I can't go digging for it and make you sit here for 10 minutes waiting. I'll do more streams, you know. We'll show it then. Well, listen, here's my opinion about Creepshow. Creepshow's just like every other YouTuber. She has her good moments, her bad moments. She gets things right. She gets things wrong. And one thing that gets me is that a lot of the creators out there are just really quick to damn other creators if maybe like multiple people don't like somebody. I'd understand damning someone that's a troll, somebody going around lying and trolling. Maybe they do think that's what Katie is. I don't have that opinion about Katie right now. Even looking at what Katie said about Creepshow, I know that one thing that happens with people on the internet, and this isn't in defense of Katie, this is everybody, some people will take someone who says something negative about somebody else and just assume that that person's being mean or spiteful or hateful. I don't think Shannon's being spiteful or hateful here to Katie. I don't think Katie's being spiteful or hateful to Shannon. I just think they don't get along. Maybe their personalities clash. Maybe they wouldn't be good friends in real life. Maybe they'd be best friends in real life, the ones that constantly fight. I don't know. I just know that these are just normal interactions. These aren't things that need to be these giant, like, oh my God, Katie said something mean about Creepshow, and oh my God, Creepshow said something mean to UNIRock. Those things did happen, and they're just normal interaction, and then there it is. That's all it is. It's nothing more past that, in my opinion. Yeah, I know, Jess. Towards the end of the video is the petty listing stuff, I guess, to show character. Okay. Oh, I see. Well, shit, maybe I should take a look at that. Let's look at it. Oh, wait, I've got a video. Hold on. We've got something Katie said. 50-second mark is a YouTube video, is the same clip Keem and Creepshow had on Twitter. Okay, so Keem and Creepshow were sharing a link of what Katie said on Twitter. Let's hear it.
Long, I was doing research, you guys. Research, I tell you. Remember how I told you I was going to try to do something where I exposed Tati Westbrook? And I was like looking, and I've been doing this for 2 days straight now. 2 days, thinking I would find something. When I started digging into her background, and
Why is this so heavily edited, though? Is this from Katie's video? Can we make sure that we have an original source for it? There are a lot of jump cuts. I don't mind that there are. Katie could have done them.
I've looked all over the place, you guys. Everywhere. Because part of what I do is I super chat. What do you mean super chat? You can give me a super chat if you wanted to give me a super chat. But part of what I do is I like to look into people that sell snake oil to see if they have stuff in their background that would make them less than honorable.
Nothing wrong so far. I know that being a debunker myself, and I know Katie started out debunking, this is actually a true statement. I don't do background checks. I look at what they've publicly posted. I'm very clear about that going back my entire time on YouTube. Though, I don't know. Well, let's, let her iterate. MD says, everyone that Katie tweets and Katie haters contact them and tell them that she's evil. Therefore, they don't have a chance to formulate their own opinion on her beforehand. I know, but people shouldn't be that sheeped out. If someone tweets something nasty at you, and then all of a sudden all these people float in and start telling you all this stuff, I wouldn't trust a word coming out of their mouths, right? I would just say treat people like human beings and interact with the person that said something nasty to you if you want to respond or if you want to block them or if you want to ignore it. And yeah, I think it's really stupid to trust anything coming from people after an interaction on Twitter. Yeah, personally. Though I've been doing this for a long time, and I know that one of the things that's indicative about a couple of the people involved in this drama is that Katie and Creepshow both, their channels grew recently and very fast. They're not people like me and Keem and others that did a long, hard grind on YouTube or anything. They're people that are basically started channels, and those channels grew like wildfire, So they don't really learn those lessons on seeing some of the things you have to watch for going forward, like getting someone tweeting you from a different account that's not the YouTuber you're looking at, or having people contact you after you get into a spat with the YouTuber and all they're saying to you are negative things and nasty things and trying to cultivate your opinion. To watch out for that if you've been on the platform for a long time. And I know that a lot of creators that just kind of grow, they still have those lessons to learn, and it can be hard.
Something that might indicate that they are, there's something legal going on, they have a criminal background, they have a criminal history, they owe money, they have a reputation for doing all these things. And then when you go to her mother's page or her sister's pages, who are all still there, they're all she doesn't exist as a part of their family anymore. It's crazy. I started playing around even more and digging through more and more information, going through marriage records and through birth certificates. I couldn't even find her birth certificate, which is weird.
I don't know if that's weird. I think it's weird to look for that. So the question is, on a public figure, how far is it moral or ethical to search into somebody's past as let's go with TMZ. There's the question. How far can you go searching as someone who reports and a TMZ perspective? You got to look at it not like CNN or anything like that, or a detective or something. I'll go as far as to say this is not what I do. I feel that if you need to go any further than what's publicly out there, you're making a mistake. On YouTube. Now, if you're making some TV show where you're a PI or something and you're going around like catfish busting and shit like that, I don't know, maybe, but you guys already know my opinion here. It's too far. But anyway, let's let it keep going.
There's 0 records of her father. 0 records. So then I start going on and I'm getting into this conspiracy, thinking like her dad is dead, or like why doesn't her dad have a job, or her dad's in the mafia. So then I start digging through addresses and phone numbers and email addresses and doing all of these searches and going through businesses and looking at all this different stuff to try to like connect some dots. So I feel like there's a story here with her dad, and I'm not sure what it is. We're going to have to keep looking there. And then there's something with her mom too, and I'm just going to have to keep digging. I'll keep digging and keep looking on the Tati stuff, but I don't want to spend, like, I've wasted 2 days now trying to find something.
Okay. I've got something to say, but let's see what else we got here first. Hold up. The hell is this? The giant muted part of the video that says go.goalie something. What the hell?
And listen, I'm not here to defend anybody. I'm here to like present a different side, my opinion, and why I feel the way that I do. But I'm a free thinker. I
Same clip.
think for myself. I like to be authentically who I am.
What's going on, everybody? I am Black with an upload. So like I told you guys, Katie Joy is being sued by Tati Westbrook. Tati Westbrook and her husband are being sued by Halo Beauty. In the meantime, let's do a little bit of a...
Wait. Tati and her husband are being sued by Halo Beauty. That's not... I don't think that's true. He might have misspoke.
flashback of memory lane video of Katie Joy actually letting people know on her live that she was out here actively trying to dox.
That's not what she said, man. She didn't say she tried to dox. She did do something I'm going to criticize her for, but that's not doxing. Doxing is saying she's going to share the information.
To dox Tati Westbrook and her family.
Is it really?
Get into it. Hit the
Maybe he just thinks doxing is looking up stuff. I don't know.
thumbs up, subscribe, share the video out, and I will see y'all later on tonight for mukbang.
So, hold up. You're telling me he played like a minute-long video of Katie and then 9 minutes of him advertising some website? Okay, I'm glad I didn't put that on my screen. I'm in agreement with you guys. Definitely. I think that's too far. I've said that for the entirety of my... by the way, what can come from it? What can come from you looking into... Why do people's family even deserve to be looked at all? Why do... now, the question is a public figure, a celebrity. That's the only missing puzzle piece. I don't typically... report I don't exclusively report on celebrities or anyone famous, so it's hard for me to reconcile. I don't think that gives an excuse though to look that far in, though I don't find it doxing. Doxing is publicly sharing. Her looking, let's say she finds a lawsuit and the lawsuit mentions a certain person and she needs to verify something by checking that person or something. Personally, I wouldn't even do that, just to be straightforward with you. Though, I'm categorically against this, 100%. And I'll criticize it like I'll criticize anything else. So if this is one clip, I need this clip. Now, I don't want to pull it from here. If we can, let me tag my mod real quick because I want the original. See if you can get me the original video on that, please. So, yeah, we're getting somewhere. So, we've got Tati. That clip should be in that lawsuit, in my opinion, on Tati's side. I think maybe Katie lost sight looking into the Tati thing, or I don't know. I'm going to have to process it. Anyway, we got some other stuff here. Oh, we got more Creep Show stuff. It looks like Creep Show and Katie did go back and forth for a while in July of 2020. This is probably why I didn't see this. Because in July, April, May, August, September, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I wouldn't have seen this anyway. 3 or 4 months ago, I would have never even, I wasn't paying attention to Creep Show or Katie on Twitter for whatever reason. So anyway, this is correct. Let me make sure. WOACB official. We're good. Creep Show art 100% lies about me and completely misrepresented our interactions to make herself the victim. She falsely reported Jeffrey. She believed Gabby Hanna was shadow banned and accused me of stalking her. All lies. I corrected my mistake, as did she, about Jeffrey. I don't think this is a bad tweet, personally. I think she's giving her opinion on her interaction with Creepshow. I do believe that Creepshow and Katie both went really heavy at each other and most likely went too far. I saw Creepshow go way too far with Katie, and then I know that Katie now has gone too far with Creepshow. Even if you feel this way, personally, I think it's better to do an upload. So many people rely on Twitter, and Twitter is the worst place to share something substantial that you feel about the internet. It's the worst place. Or someone else. It just allows people to take it out of context, take it too far, take it not far enough, and manipulate it. If I had any advice for anyone, it would be handle this stuff in YouTube videos. Don't use Twitter. And Twitter's scummy because it allows creators to take what they would normally say on YouTube in front of their entire audience and say to themselves, well, on Twitter, I won't have my audience see this, so I'm not going to be judged by the people who I make my money from. And if you're willing to say something that really affects another person, I think you should be willing to say it on YouTube. So, yeah, you can say things on other networks. I'm fine with that. And I'm also fine with you going to YouTube and telling people that you've tweeted something or uploaded something to Insta or Twitter, and that does meet the criteria. This type of fight, this type of interaction, especially between these two creators, they should have squashed this long ago. Okay, let's see if we got anything else and figure out what we're going to do before I give my final opinion. Oh, we got another clip. Nope, I got the full clip. Thank you. Damn, you guys are fast. Okay, I've got the full clip from earlier, so we're good there. Because I most likely will be using this in my upload. Motherfucking Crack says, I feel as if somebody was digging into KJP's husband's birth certificate, she wouldn't be happy. Many people need to remember to only do unto others as they would like to be done to them. That's the entire concept behind it, yeah. I don't think it's good to dig anywhere more. Let me say this one more time, and I'll handle it in my sum up, but never dig into anyone's anything. Look what publicly is there, because if you've got to go digging to find things about people, typically it's going to make you look bad, of course, even if you have good intentions or it needs to be done for a story or whatever. And though it definitely goes outside the scope of YouTube. You'll be able to hear me say this shit going back 5 years on my platform. I'm very vocal against doxing, very vocal against, I'm very, very much for privacy and allowing people to have certain privacies. And though when somebody, now that doesn't mean that, let's say Katie posts her birth certificate so you look at it. No, you can't use that concept then. You know, if somebody's posting something about their life online, that's them saying, hey, world, criticize me there. That's why. That's the concept behind not digging that far out. So, yeah, my point is, I don't think I saw this clip, though, in the lawsuit. And I would think it's crazy not to have it there if Tati wants to make the case, you know. But either way, we're making progress. Let's keep going. All right. We got another part of the lawsuit that someone says I should look at. We got another part of the excuse me, I'm coughing. We got another part of the lawsuit that I'm told I should look at. We've got, what time is it? Oh, dear Lord, is it 11 already? How does the time fly so fast? We've got, let's see here. I think that's about it. Another part of the lawsuit to look at. I wanted to look at a video by some dude named Chris. I forget his last name. The People's Voice. Isn't it The People's Voice? Or The Viewer's Voice. I wanted to look at that, but I'm not going to be able to look at it here. We're running out of time here for this show. I don't like these videos being that long because people won't watch the replay. They won't have time to. And I think I've hit just about everything else. What do you mean missing? Shannon says, Creepshow says, anyone who is the mindset that she is a victim here. Well, Shannon, that's the thing. I don't think anybody is in the mindset that Tati or Katie isn't the victim or is the victim. I think people want to take this case seriously being as it has to do with YouTube, free speech, and people being able to sue people for what is said on their platforms. So I think everybody's under the opinion, whoever had their rights stomped upon, spit upon, affected, definitely deserves whatever consequence comes from it, whether it be Tati or Katie. But I get it. You need to play the cancel culture narrative sometimes, and it makes sense, I guess. Not here, though. Not here. All right. We're going to go to live chat after we hit another page of the lawsuit. Just want to make sure I get the right page. And no, I will not be showing the lawsuit on the screen. Everybody else already has it who wants to find it. It's not hard to find. Okay. Not trade libel. It is defamation per se. All right, here we go. Defamation and defamation per se are the last things we're going to look at. Page 22 of the lawsuit's where we're going to start. We didn't get this far into the lawsuit yesterday, I believe. Let's try to knock this out quickly. I need a drink. I'm out of a drink. I'm out of my Orange Crush. I'm going to start a conspiracy theory if I'm not careful, so I need to watch it. Okay. Every allegation contained through 1 through 49 is fully set forth. Instagram, blah, blah, blah. All the places that it was posted, saying it was false, degrading and disparaging and damaging. Plaintiff Tati followers on social media and Halo's customers and potential customers were negatively impacted because of this. And the defendant's false statements, respectively, the plaintiffs were each mentioned by name numerous times throughout various... Okay, maybe I'm reading the wrong thing. I was supposed to either read defamation or defamation per se. I'm just going to read both. So, by refusing to take down the posts on these platforms, defendant is continuing. So, saying they're up is continuing. I think I read that last night. Well, okay. No, here we go. Okay, got it. Here it is. Defendant acted negligently and or intentionally maliciously and with reckless disregard for the truth or falsity of statements. Defendant's statements clearly were calculated falsehoods that were made either with the knowledge of their falsity or with reckless disregard for the truth or falsity. For instance, in a June 16 video, defendant admitted that Paulson may have rushed... We already read that yesterday. Rushed publication. We said that yesterday. So here's the next part. I must not have read this part. Okay, May 19 to the present, defendant published third parties, false misleading stuff about the plaintiffs, all the things that were wrong, degrading, damaging, etc. Defendants published these false statements in numerous articles, tweets, Instagram posts, YouTube videos, Pathos.com posts, and posts on the internet. Hundreds of thousands. This is repeating something from earlier, but here we go. Oh, I see. So they repeat this again. This isn't this page I read earlier. Remember that page I read, page 30, that stated the mother thing and stuff? It basically states that again. It says that Katie said that James has a long history of crimes, criminal, scammer, engaged in shady stuff, arrest, possession of drugs, trying to hide, multiple felonies, has possible incarceration, bankruptcy, stole money from his dying mother, long rap sheet. All these things are named. And a snake con artist, history of selling. Oh, I see what's happening. So this is the summation that comes from the paragraphs, and it's been repeated several times. All right, I'm ready. Let's sum this up. Okay. Sage. It's crazy that you bring up Dimebag Darrell because I just watched a documentary on Dimebag Darrell like a few weeks ago. Might have been because it was the anniversary of his death or something. Such a tragic story. Such a tragic story. If I could report on it on YouTube, I'd do a video, but YouTube hates us doing that type of content, so. Snow Dog, my videos have that effect on people. It's just because they're so informative and fun. Okay. I'm going to get myself in trouble. So, today, we found 2 posts from Katie to Creepshow and a couple posts from Creepshow to Katie. And it gives us a little bit of a perspective on this fight between these 2 people. It seems like they really don't like each other. This happens on the internet. Now, Keemstar talked to Creepshow, made him change his mind about Katie, and he references a lawsuit. I still agree. Katie was not in the wrong by desiring to file a lawsuit against Sherelle because of what Sherelle put up. I showed you here, and I have a video on my channel that I referenced here, showed you the name of it, where to find it, where Sherelle makes claims towards Katie across every platform that she was using the worst racial slurs against Sherelle, when that provably did not happen. So, in my opinion, that's defamation. It is wrong, and Katie could have done something there. In fact, Katie did send Sherelle paperwork, but Sherelle never responded and made it difficult for Katie to serve her, and I was told that's why nothing came of it, but, you know, I don't think that, I think that's evidence to us that Creepshow and Keemstar don't know the full story. Does the full story make Katie innocent? Of course it doesn't. Does it make Katie a victim? Of course it doesn't. But I also don't know if Tati is. Until I've seen this clip. I just saw this clip where Katie's saying that she started looking at her father and birth certificates and criminal background. Now, these kind of things, I think, going into birth certificates, going into anything that could be considered somebody's private data outside of maybe looking into the criminal record could be argued due to them being a public figure or being necessary to a story. I said maybe. Didn't say it was. I said maybe. And I've taken a hard stance. Every year I've been on this platform from 2015 to now, I've taken a hard stance telling all of you that I'm completely against that kind of stuff. It doesn't help your story. It's not going to reveal secrets to you. It's not. Now, I know TMZ does that. I know that Perez Hilton does that. You know, the gossip columns, the drama magazines, the drama news agencies do this kind of stuff. And I do know that some people on YouTube are basically that type of reporting done on a YouTube channel as an alternative to that type of reporting. And still, I don't think it's okay. That's my opinion. It doesn't mean I hate Katie. It doesn't mean I don't see Katie as a friend. But the next time I talk to Katie, I will tell her my opinion. Now, the issue is, the thing that I judge whether or not I stay in communication with somebody is how they respond when I tell them how I feel. So if I go up to her and I'm the next time I talk to her and I say, Katie, I saw this clip where you looked into Tati's birth certificates, her husband's birth certificates, stuff like that. And I don't approve. I don't agree with it. Why'd you do that? And what I do to judge whether or not I keep in communication or stay friendly with somebody is I talk to them. I see what their response is. I see if they're sorry. I see if they think it was wrong or if there's a reason they did it and why they justify it or not. And then I judge my personal interactions with people based off of their response in the conversation we have after. So I will talk to Katie. Every time I see something I don't agree with that Katie does, I talk to her about it when I talk to her. I don't try not to bring it up. She's never said, I don't want to talk about that when I've criticized her on something or brought up something that I disagreed with. There are YouTubers who I have criticized, who I have gone to and said, I don't agree that you did this, and I'm going to criticize you for that. And those YouTubers have flipped out and made videos about me, and some of them hate me even until today because I did a video where I publicly criticized them when I learned about something that they did that I disagree with. My point is, we as YouTubers are judged by what we put out, what our opinions are, how far we go, what we do in our content. Not by the people that we interact with, not by the people that we hang out with. Now, whether or not I will criticize Katie will say something about me, but if I'm willing to criticize her and I hold that opinion, then it shouldn't say anything about me. I am going to upload a video, a master video, like the result of me looking into what's going on in this. It's not going to be in the next week or so, just so you know, because this lawsuit just got revealed, and there's going to be a lot more people that have clips like the one we just heard. A lot more people have opinions, a lot more people that have more knowledge on lawsuits and other things that'll upload their opinion. And I want to hear that stuff and process everything. I want to see what's there. I don't want to be told that Katie did something. I don't want to be told that Tati did something. I want to see the clip. I want to see the evidence. I want to see what's there for me to make up my mind. And when I get all of it and it's done, I'll make a video. I'll upload it so that it'll be watchable. Because I'm not dumb. I don't think it's easy for people to watch a 2-hour, 3-hour live stream. And it's why when I hit a topic that I feel is worth putting into a video, I do live streams on it. So the people that want to come to these can come. And then I upload the sum up videos so that you don't have to invest a lot of your time to get the result of the live stream all wrapped up into a video. Though, if you ever do watch one of my summation videos and you say to yourself, like, what else is there? What happened there? That's why these live streams exist. I do everything I do on my channels for a reason. I do longer live streams going through every piece of everything so you hear all the logic, you hear all the reasoning, you see every piece of what I'm seeing. And then when I do a sum up video, it's going to just be the major points, the major thought processes, and the summation, the thing that supports the summation of the video. So just so you know, if you go watch like the targeted harassment campaign against KJP, those videos I did, you can go and see the live streams I did looking into that stuff. If you want to look at another lawsuit that I covered on my channel, you can go look at the live streams that led up to it or the other sum up videos. So either way, just so you know why I do what I do here and what my process is and what constitutes my content. Now, I know you've been seeing me upload some funny videos lately. I'm just reacting to stuff and uploading silly stuff. That's me more taking a break and getting a lot of the other projects I've been engaged in rounded out and finalized so I can move forward, just so you know. So, again, we're covering a new topic right now, which shows you we have moved forward. Keep an eye out if you're interested in this to find my to see my sum up video, and if I need to do another live stream on this topic, I will. But until then, I'm going over to the Rock a Lot YouTube channel. It's my it's my after show YouTube channel. Sunshine's Nana, thank you for joining the channel. I very much appreciate it. And breaking news after I run up and grab something to drink before we go. Katie seems to have privated her Twitter account. I've been waiting on my mods to check it for me and actually confirm it. So mods, do me a favor. Put into the current live stream room the result of what just happened. I just want to make sure you guys had time. Let me know. Put the result in there, and I'll update the audience before we go. And to anyone watching, thank you for being here. Make sure you leave your opinion in the chat. All you got to do is be slightly polite, and you won't get banned. We'd love to hear what you have to say. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Let me check and see what we've got there. And then we will be out of here. Well, we're going to go to the after show on the Rock a Lot YouTube channel. Here we... Oh, I'm going to hit the live chat too, y'all. Okay. Okay, we've got Katie has privated her account, it looks like, or deactivated it. West Coast time, 5:51, 678. Okay. Tornedge, tag Katie and let her know. Thank you for letting me know that, and I will announce it, I suppose, and talk about it. Jess says, Uni, thanks for being you. I want to start my own channel at some point. I've learned a lot from you. You're an awesome human being. Oh, well, that's too kind. I'm really not. I just try. And I'm not any nicer than or awesomer than anybody else. I just try is all. Okay, so essentially it looks like Katie has decided to remove some of the videos about Tati and has deactivated her Twitter. Now, last time she deactivated Twitter, I think it had something to do with, you know, removing certain tweets until she activated it again. She explained it when she came back. I think, you know, she probably will this time. Either way, it'll be another event in the story that'll make it into the final video. And Jess, if you do want to make an account, a YouTube account, I'm working on getting some tutorials out there. It just takes time for me to make enough time to do them in between everything else. So, you know, either way, I know that there are a lot of controversies around Katie. And for those of you that don't know, I'm going to take the last little bit of this video to tell you how I even got in touch with her and explain that, because I think it's been so long. There are probably people watching. I appreciate you being neutral on this, MD. I'm neutral on every story I cover until I make up my mind. And once I make up my mind, I admittedly tell you my opinion. So, well, thanks, Jess. I just try. That's all I do. I just try it. I try to cover things as best as I can so that people can make an educated opinion. Because as you saw with the last court case that we covered it because the person themselves were putting out every single detail of that case. The court cases go through twists and turns, and you never know who's going to be winning or losing or who's right or wrong or whatever. So I wouldn't be making up your mind based on any single point. The only thing I would make up my mind on are the video clips that Tati is in question, because those are the things that are going to matter in the end. They're the only things that are going to matter. Okay, starting off, I met Katie because another YouTuber asked me to cover a story, which was him versus her, because I have a series called Versus Mode. This is actually a Versus Mode that we're doing right now. These are live streams that will make it into a versus mode of Tati versus Katie. Most of my videos that cover any type of internet drama, that cover any type of thing happening, back when I debunked a conspiracy theory, back when I would, you know, take an internet culture event on my main channel, UNIRocktv, I used to cover a lot of internet culture. I always try to just take what has happened and put it down so that people can watch it and have a good take for what happened. So if you do know that that's what I do, then now you can understand why I handle things like I handle them. How would anybody ever be able to give you what happened in this story if they were on Tati's side and against Katie Joy? That type of person would never be able to document anything that happened into a relevant video. Why? Because they're going to see what's happening through that lens. They're going to see it through the eyes of somebody who, you know, whatever side they're on, they're going to be biased in the events that happen. And you can kind of see that if you look at the way that Katie treats Creepshow. I'm sure Creepshow's a cool creator and a nice person and everything, and I'm sure that if she gave Katie a chance, she'd realize that about Katie also. Now, Katie makes mistakes. I criticize Katie constantly. The Katie haters, this group I call the Katie haters out there, and it doesn't include Creepshow art, by the way. It includes some people that exist inside of Facebook groups and other places that dedicate their time to constantly attacking KJ. Those people will tell you that I don't criticize Katie, but you'll hear me criticize Katie when she's on my Periscopes, when I talk to her live, and even if you just listen to my updates on things. And any friend you have, you should be able to criticize. anyone you're around, you have to be able to criticize. That is, unless that person's a dictator or a tyrant or something. Because no person in the world that you have any relationship with would ever prevent you from criticizing them unless they're a complete narcissist, unless they're a dictator, unless they're just like a nasty, evil person. You're going to get in arguments with people. I'm not the kind of person to argue. I could argue with one of you in my live chat and still get along with you tomorrow, because how are we ever supposed to understand each other or move forward in a story or a situation if we can't talk and argue things? Either way, though, I criticized Katie a lot when I first started, when I finally agreed to cover the story of that YouTuber versus Katie. I criticized her a lot because I was fed a lot of bullshit. I was fed that she had struck a creator, and I was fed that she had said things in certain screenshots. So when I did look into the details and found out that those things were false, I actually did a video apologizing to Katie, and I talked to Katie, and then I put out the proof, the evidence that proved whether the screenshots were real or fake and whether the strike was real or fake. And you guys know if you saw my content. So anyway, that's when I met Katie. Since then, I don't talk to her all the time. When something happens, when something pops up, she might come talk to me about this or that, or ask me a question or something, or need something from me. But sometimes it'll be a month in between when I talk to her. Sometimes it'll be a few days. So leading up to now, of course, I'm not educated to a lot of the things that have been going on. Now, one of the reasons I'm not is because in a normal YouTube situation, you've got people that are in that cover the things that happen out in the communities and put out videos on those things so that people are informed, like I did when I found out about fake screenshots or fake strikes or other things. You do it so that people are informed, right? That's why I'm going to make a video about this. Now, the people that are biased against Katie, whenever they report anything, they'll take every little thing that Katie does, any opinion that she has, anytime she yells at somebody, and they'll blow it up into the biggest thing ever. That does nothing but make it to where it's hard for people to find the actual things that they would criticize Katie for. Same for Keemstar, same for Creepshow, same for me. You know, if there are people out there spamming videos about they're mad at UNIRock because he has the opinion that H3 Productions should have never made that video and Uni's so evil for having that opinion. I'm not evil if I would have had an opinion like that, and it's not a big deal. And the people that are clickbaiting, the people that constantly spam dumb videos or make tiny things into giant issues, in my opinion, they prevent criticism from being able to be found by other people. Those videos that flood the market, you can only click on videos for so long. Like, I'll use Katie as the example. If you search Katie's name and it happens that the Katie haters have decided to make a wave of content against her, you can only click there so long and hear these guys do this type of stuff toward her before you click away and go find something else to do. Because nobody's going to sit and watch that garbage unless you're hanging out with them doing it. And that's why I think it's important for people to try to, in a neutral way, go into certain things that are going on and just document them or figure out what's going on and put out videos that show it. Because then, you know, people will find valuable information and understand things when they see the evidence. As it goes to this story, going through the lawsuit, there are many things in the lawsuit that makes it look like Tati is, now I said it wrong there. There are many things in that lawsuit that you go in and initially say, this is bullshit. There's many things there. That is just a true statement. Though there are other things in the lawsuit, a significant amount of them that I think are very good criticisms towards Katie. Seeing it at right now. And no, I'm not putting Katie down or shitting on her. And my live chat froze up, so that sucks because I want to go to the live chat. Let me reload it. There we go. Now it's moving. On the same note, hearing that video clip of Katie digging that deep into Tati, I find that criticizable, alarming, and I need to process it. But I am telling you I'm not okay with it, and that I do feel as if it's something that you should never do. So let me say this straight out. Never dig into somebody's private life. They are on YouTube choosing what to put out publicly. If you're a good criticizer, if you're a good commentator, if you're a good reporter, you're going to be able to take what is publicly there and do your content. If you got to dig very deep, unless you have a very specific, very rare reason, and even then it's very iffy. I'm telling you, I don't support that, and I will criticize that in my final video, and I have the clip now. So if you have any other clips like that you want to send me, I'm all ears for them. I will watch. Now, that's the one worst thing I'll say to any Katie hater out there. Anyone out there who isn't just drinking the haterade and actually does have criticisms, it will help the entire YouTube community for you to shed the petty things that some people continually put out about others and put out real criticisms. That will help in these types of situations. I'm telling you now, I'm being receptive here, so if you don't want to take me up on it, no problem. It gives me more time to do other things. I'm just saying, though, there's no problem with me criticizing Katie, just like Katie has no problem criticizing me. And if I think she's done something wrong in a story, she needs to hear it from me. She needs to hear it from people who she talks to. That you know, when I mess up on things, I need to hear it from you, my audience, my live chat. I need to hear it from the people I talk to. In fact, they yell at me all the time. my administration and moderation team disagrees with me on a daily basis, and we discuss and argue things constantly, and we have a good time doing it. So the one thing you're going to really cheapen yourself as a person, and you're going to cheapen yourself as your ability to create content if you do, or assess content if you stop allowing yourself to have arguments, discussions, and criticize. You're really going to cheapen yourself. Anyway, so the last thing I'm going to do is go to the live chat, then I'm going to the after show. Let's do it. Busy, stay out of this. I'm trying to have a busy list stream here. It is not the time. I will argue with you incessantly in the after show, Busy. Okay, let's see what's up. What do you think about the clip? What do you think about what's going on? Has your mind changed at all? I didn't drop it. I thought I did. Let me know in the chat. Keon says they take Uni sometimes criticizing Katie as throwing her under the bus, which is false. Well, that's just unintelligent people acting in an unintelligent way. There's going to be a lot of smart people on the internet, and there's going to be 18 times as many dumb people out there, so what can you do? Keyword, public records. I know, MD, I'm not damning Katie. I want to make sure, I want to hear the clip again. I'm going to process the clip. I didn't specifically damn Katie or anything, and I will hear Katie's response there. I will take Katie's explanation and put it in my video. I won't just damn her, you know, if she can talk to me about it. I never said Katie did anything wrong. I said if she did. And, you know, I don't think you can't look up certain things. I just think you shouldn't dig deep into somebody's private life, and the conversation has to happen in regards to a celebrity, not a regular person. I think that's a big difference in this thing, so we're still there. Well, it's not spending I know it sounds crazy, spending 2 days trying to find info. That's not the crazy part, because it takes, you'd be surprised at how long it takes to really discuss a story, every facet of it, every part of it, and be prepared to make it into a video. You'd be shocked at how long you really have to take if you want to do a good video, if you want to have a well-rounded, good take, and you make sure that you're not misreporting and make sure that you're not doing something wrong, you know. Well, good, Boots Mama. Good to see you. No, I'm glad. I just hope you're feeling better. I know you've been sick. You got to take care of yourself. Free Busy, they say. Free Busy. That's the problem. I freed you a long time ago, and you never went back in your cage, Biz. All right. I'm at the bottom of the chat now. Was she collaborating on something, or was she just looking for anything? If it's a corroboration, that's one thing. If she's digging for anything, that's wrong. I don't know. I want you to reserve your judgment until I talk to her, or until she puts out something publicly. I have a feeling eventually she'll, go into detail on things. We don't know the context yet, Tati's husband was a partner in the business. Isn't he fair game? I think he is to an extent of public record. But when it comes to, one, sharing public record, which she never said she did, and I don't think she did. And when it comes to two, the court case compared to celebrity status, there needs to be a discussion, not just an immediate damning. You know what I mean? MD says, I agree, Uni. Digging into a family member's records is crossing the line as opposed to public records on the subject. Well, she never said she dug into the family member's records, I don't think. She may have. I have to hear the clip again. I took it as if she was digging into the husband's record, and I took it as if she was looking at the family's social media. I don't even look at family social. I don't even care who your family is. If I'm doing a story on you, I will never care who your family is unless you take that family member, they show up on video with you, and that's not even enough. They have to be a part of the story, and there has to be some reason for me to care for. I have to be looking for something. I don't go looking. I look at a story, I realize what I need for the story, and then I get that. I never, ever go out and just dig around and look, because I don't care. In my stories, I don't give two shits if you had a criminal record when you were a teenager or a young adult, or even a few years ago, other than maybe some stories. And when it comes to, you know me, you know how I feel. I'm very vocal about it. I think it's a cheap type of criticism, but we're not talking about criticism. I criticize, I discuss, I document. I don't do court cases. I don't do those types of things. And that's what I need to do. I need to talk to Nate, the lawyer, a little bit. Off the record, I'd love to have him on the stream, but if he doesn't want to talk about this or he doesn't want to come on for this, then I just want to talk to him off the record. I want to get his opinion, and I think he would knock it out of the park covering this story. I think it would get him a massive amount of views covering this story. So if you talk to Nate, let him know this story is on fire right now, and he would be a resource for everybody in the community. And I mean the entire YouTube. I'm not just talking about our community. I'm talking about the YouTube community. He would be a resource to look into this case. His Keemstar is not a legal type. The Keemstar knows just as much about the law as I do. Luckily, Keemstar's rich, so he can have lawyers. And I like Keem. I'm just giving Keem shit. All I was doing earlier was giving Keem shit. I don't like him trolling people. I think it's just stupid to he's playing the damn cancel culture game. If we're admitting this story has to do with Katie and Tati, we need to be able to be fair to both of them in reporting the story. And then if you want to do a video after you talk about this court case and all that and go into the beefs between other people and people arguing and fighting, okay, do it. But disconnect it from this stuff, because this has to do with our platform. This has to do with us as creators, we should treat it importantly, Zag says that she only dug into a husband's record and the court case with him and the sister. In digging, she found multiple lawsuits, business abandonment, fraud, etc. That's concerning. Zag, if that's the case, and I'm sure that's what Katie's response will be, I will take it into consideration. Like I said, I'm just giving you an initial response to what I heard. I want the whole clip. I don't even want to hear that. I want to watch the whole video. I want to make sure that I'm not missing something. And I want to hear what Katie wants to tell me about it when she can. God knows when she'll be able to. Before I make a judgment. I'm not going to damn her. And I'm not damning Tati. You notice how I'm not damning either side. The whole time I'm not damning either side unless I have good reason to. I'm not, So. Okay. Well, Shopaholic, I think we're missing a piece of context. She was only, I think what I heard from Zag, I DM'd with Nate this afternoon. He said he's considering looking into it. Let him know he can come here and talk about it, even if he's going to do a video about it. And I think it'd be a great video for everybody to I think, you know, he can come here and do an initial thing with me, and then he can go to his channel and talk about it. It'd be awesome. Or if he doesn't want to come, that's fine. If he's too busy, no big deal. I'm just offering it to him. But Zag made a good point. People are leaving out the tiniest bit of context in that clip. I think I did too. Katie only looked into the people that were mentioned in the lawsuit. The sister, the mother, and the father were mentioned in that lawsuit from what Zag just said. And that changes the story here. Now, I don't know what kind of digging she did into each person. I am saying to you, I don't support any digging at all. It doesn't mean that Katie can't do it if it's irrelevant to a story. I can just tell her straight up, well, I wouldn't do that if it was me, Katie, and if you have a reason for it, just be honest with the community, and the community can judge me based on the fact that I don't support that kind of stuff, and they can judge you based on what you did. That's what I'll say there, right? Just like I will for Keemstar and acting like he did. You know, judge Keemstar for being trolly and do it like he did there and being a little bit dicky about it. And not even having the full story when he did, but don't damn the man over it, right? We all have a place on the platform. Every creator that's not doxing, that's not breaking TOS, that's not stealing other people's content, those creators deserve a place on the platform. You get me? So, one thing's for sure, this stream has gone on for too long. I want it to be a manageable, rewatchable thing for anyone that wants to. If you don't want to, it's perfectly fine. I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me here tonight. And to the other creators that were mentioned tonight, nothing but, you know, respect to you, regardless of if we've ever had problems in the past or if we're going to have problems in the future, if you like me or if you hate me. No disrespect, no issues. Dustin Dailey, I wasn't meaning anything rude. I agree with some of the things Dustin said, and I don't agree with some of the things Dustin said. Dustin's a really, like, big guy. He's a mature guy. He'll be able to handle himself. He'd have criticisms for me, I'm sure. So I think we'll all exist on the platform just fine going forward. But I'm going to the Rock A Lot YouTube channel for the after show. If you don't mind, hit the subscribe button, like or dislike if you liked or disliked the content. If you're watching this on the replay, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about everything that happened. As long as you're slightly, or in just the most like basic way, respectful as a human being to me, I most likely will read your comment and respond if I have time. And I'll see you on Rock A Lot, and hopefully I'll see you here tomorrow night. And if I don't make it here on UNIRock 2 tomorrow, I'll see you Tuesday, because we aren't going to be doing nightly live shows on UNIRock 2, but we're going to be doing live shows often here. So make sure you got the bell rung here and on the Rock A Lot channel. Consider joining. See you soon.